They certainly are standing next to each other, everybody. It's Deep Dive Zone, a Sonic review series for fans of all shapes and sizes. I'm your host, Devin, joined as always by my co-hosts, Lauren, Bruce, and Kayla. And today, we're taking another break from Sonic comics to, this is a bonus episode, and it's maybe one of the most terrifying ideas we've ever had for one.
Definitely. Incredibly important, though. This is just the entirety of the Sonic fandom for some people.
Yeah,
I mean,
it feels that way sometimes.
We gotta acknowledge ourselves as part of this fandom, and part of that means we gotta think about which Sonic characters are supposed to kiss each other.
I'm not part of this fandom. I'm separating myself from the rest of y'all.
I consider myself a Sonic fan, but not part of the Sonic fandom.
That's fair.
That's a good
You
way to
guys
put
are
it.
cowards, is what you are.
No, I've been burned too many times by Sonic
Fine,
fans.
I'm part of other fandoms. I don't do shipping in them, though.
No, that's the thing. None of us are shippers, but I made this big, terrifying, ridiculous mess of a PowerPoint listing out a bunch of Sonic
Really
ships.
selling the PowerPoint well.
So I gotta lay down some ground rules because people are gonna get
Really
weird.
matters.
None of us are shippers. None of this matters. There's gonna be mistakes and things that I've left out here probably because I made this across multiple series of 3 a.m.s where I had not had enough sleep.
I mean, that's the best time to do shipping discourse.
Yes.
I tried to get ships that either have appeared in official media, you know, on some level, or are popular in the fandom. Some of these are bad. Some of these are gross and weird. So this is not an endorsement necessarily, but also I'm not doing that pro ship anti ship stuff. Leave me the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did it all for
Don't
fun.
play no sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're playing no sides, so we still come out on top.
That's right.
Yep. No matter who wins, we lose. All right, let's start off with our first character
Basically.
here.
That's a good way to put it.
None other than the the guy with the most of them. It's Sonic.
Oh gosh.
So
Oh, I see how you signified the problematic. Very good.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one scares me. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen that one too many fucking times.
We'll probably get to that one, but
So we have what is this?
1, 2, 3, 4,
15?
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think
14.
14 or 15. Well, it's 12. It's 15. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I miscounted.
All right,
I
so
don't
that's
even
our
think
that's
that's
our
all
first
of them
big
either.
challenge is counting.
There's
I'm in
definitely more. These are the
college.
major ones.
So
There's definitely more of these, but yeah, these are the major ones. That's a good way of putting it.
Which is funny because I haven't heard of.
I got everything I could remember in here. If I'm
Adventures
forgetting
of
something, I
Sonic.
don't know what.
I mean, I know she's from that, but I've just.
Anyway, let's go down the list. I guess the first one that we have on the list is fucking Shadow.
Of course it is. Sonic would call him Baby Girl.
I have a whole Sonato fit actually.
Yes, you do.
Not really. It's not actually the shit, but it's just like it's clothing that has Sonic and Shadow on
Yeah.
it.
Weren't you wearing that hoodie? Aren't you wearing? No, you're not wearing.
No, I'm wearing
the
it.
hoodie, right? You're just wearing the Shadow.
I'm
hoodie.
just wearing the Shadow.
Well, between the two of us, I've got the Sonic hoodie.
People love to take characters that have rivalries and tell us that
Oh,
they're
yeah.
kissing each other.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, like, there are worse choices than Sonic and Shadow.
No, this is a pretty unproblemamatic one, to be honest.
No, yeah.
Sometimes it can be funny.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
funny.
depends
if
on
anything.
the person writing or drawing.
Well, actually, hold on.
Portrayal.
I feel like we have to determine something. When I say unproblematic, I don't mean untoxic, because it would absolutely be toxic, but it wouldn't be like. Bad.
I don't know. I think that
That's
Sonic
a
can
weird way to
handle
put
it, or Shadow can handle
I
it.
think Sonic can definitely. I think Sonic can
be.
handle it, but Shadow would definitely be something.
Shadow's not a good lover.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I said, I've seen people do like funny comics between
I think
the
it's a
two, and I'm
funny
like, you know what? Yeah, I can see that happening.
Like another one on here, I think is a funny concept.
Well, you know, there's what is it? A Japanese. It was like Japanese exclusive voice lines for an amusement park restaurant or something with Sonic and Shadow talking to each other, and it very explicitly sounded like they were on a date, basically.
I think I vaguely remember hearing this.
Amazing.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I think the main thing is just that neither of these guys are going to open up to each other very much.
No.
No, it's very awkward, like reaching for each other's hand and like hooking their fingers around.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the relationship that can never show any form of public affection. They don't know how.
It's too awkward.
Exactly.
Yes, I could never see this actually realistically happening with these characters, but it is funny.
It's a funny concept, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, Amy. Oh God, what a mess.
Oh man,
I used to hate this ship.
I wasn't a fan of it. I can appreciate it, especially.
It really
with
depends on the
more
continuity.
chill Amy. It depends on the continuity or the era of Amy in general.
Yeah, the Sonic Boom TV show did a really good job, and that's what kind of changed my mind on them being a couple. But like, the games just don't really do anything.
Yeah, all right, let's hear from Lauren.
Interesting.
Yeah, sorry.
I was surprised that like you were all sort of saying the same thing I was about to say. Was like, I originally hated this and thought it made no sense. But covering Sonic Media, we haven't gotten to Sonic Boom. No, for me, I sort of see this more plausible because of what we've seen in some of the Sonic X a little bit, and
Sonic X,
the Sonic X comics actually as well.
Definitely.
Like there have been instances throughout media where I'm like, okay, I guess maybe this isn't as far-fetched as I thought it was.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic X was just weirdly demeaning to Amy at different points, but it definitely clearly had the agenda down, so it's a very mixed bag. The Sonic X comic, the one where they date, is just genuinely cute. So
that one was cute. There's certain pieces of media where I think they make it work and it's cute, or like they don't make it canon obviously because they can't, but like they do enough with it where they make it cute, where it's like, okay, I can appreciate that.
Yeah, but it's like Archie Sonic, there's just nothing there.
No, it's Amy pining after someone she'll never have.
Yeah, and then like Sonic the comic, it seems like she genuinely gave up and moved on to Techno, which we'll get to. But
right, well, and we genuinely like of that era at least. Sonic the comic Amy is one we genuinely like, so I'm kind of glad that they had her give up on Sonic eventually.
Yeah.
And then, like Caleb was saying, Sonic Boom, I think it's mostly just that I think Sonic Boom Amy might be the best version of Amy, but
she's definitely up there. Sonic Boom Amy is really good.
And they definitely portray it as like her crush on Sonic is something she keeps on the down low, and also
that's a big thing,
is more mutual, which makes it a little bit better. And also it's just a more domestic setting in general.
Well, because it's a sitcom, it's easier to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
There were some cute moments in Frontiers. I know you guys haven't covered Frontiers, but
but at least three of us here have played Frontiers. Yeah. I do like their relationship in Frontiers because it feels less overtly romantic and more like friends who have been through a lot of shit together that could lead to something romantic. I think that makes a lot more sense for Sonic and Amy.
A lot of people get upset about the last few years of Sonic stuff, saying like, oh, Amy doesn't love Sonic anymore. And it's like, that's
not true. She just isn't. No,
she's obsessive about it.
Yeah, and if you play Frontiers, you can clearly see that her thing with Sonic is everywhere in her cutscenes. So it's like,
sure, yeah.
But then the other thing is just like, it's like it. Why is it such a problem that she's not weird about it anymore?
Well, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Something in Frontiers, I think they framed it a lot better in Frontiers by showing how worried she was about Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is good material, but we have so many ships to get through.
God, yeah, we can't.
Yeah, the last thing I'll say is that whatever movie 4 does, I think that movie Sonic is the one who makes the most sense to actually be able to get with her. Assuming she's not from the future, which she might be.
Sure. I think movie Sonic would be the most likely that Sega might give the go-ahead to let them actually end up together. Because I think a relationship is almost needed for a movie.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe not entire. Needed maybe isn't the right word. I don't know. We'll have to see when that.
Wait,
Some
they're the
sort
ones
of
that have the
romance
most
in there.
growth and change. Anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So exactly.
All right. Let's rifle through
Oh
some
God,
of these.
Mina.
Mina is a completely one-sided situation,
Yeah.
and I have nothing to
I
say.
never got this far in the comics, so I can't really
It's a
comment.
shame because I wanted to like Mina initially, but what they did with her character with Sonic, I just could not put up with.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I don't hate Mina as a character because they got
That's the
better.
thing,
But
why? Yeah,
as soon as they were
exactly.
whenever they were shipping, that was
Mhm.
bad.
Yeah, I think I've liked what we've seen of Mina under Flynn, because doing more with her like pop star outlook.
Yeah, and even
for
the
her character
Ballers
was
comic
more-
where like Eggman tried to assassinate her, it didn't have any of the romance stuff anymore.
Sure. That
It
was
had
fine
Ash getting
also.
fucking blown up, but
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. When Mina isn't being shipped with Sonic, she's generally an okay character.
yeah, Ash.
Yeah.
As much as he's kind of a rude prick, is better for her.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Fiona. There is nothing here.
No.
I'm
Literally.
so glad
This-
I'm so glad one of the first things Flynn, or one of the early things Flynn did was break up Sonic and Fiona.
She
Well,
went
yeah, it
Bad
would only
boy
last
Sonic.
like.
Well, yeah, she decided she was too bad. She was too bad and went with Scourge instead, which is
Fiona
honestly
is just a
unfair.
shoddily
It's
handled
funny.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
You were
yeah.
gonna say something.
I can't even remember at this point. Yeah, it's just a met. I mean, them going to Scourge is funny, I guess. It doesn't really make sense, but yeah, Fiona as a character just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Fiona, just the way she's used, just I don't like Fiona
Well,
in general.
under Gallagher, she was a prop for that tail story.
Yeah.
And then under Penders, it seemed like he just, I don't know, he just didn't know where to take her.
Yeah,
And then just threw her at Sonic because of the whole evil Sonic, that gross fucking
sure.
part. And then
Yeah,
it was just whatever. So.
basically.
And then Flynn it has done more with her, certainly, but it definitely felt rushed,
Sure.
just putting her in a thing with Scourge and making her bad.
Yeah,
It
well,
felt like
and
a
again-
very sudden shift.
Even with Flynn's better work with Fiona, I don't think Fiona's a very good character in general.
Well, we'll see more of her, so we'll see. I
sure,
think
yeah.
that there's
At the
some
moment.
weird stuff that goes on later that I think is at least interesting. So,
Okay, well, I'll
anyway,
take it.
we're getting out of the realm of ship discussion, so let's
Sure.
move on to Sonic and Blaze. What do we think?
That's a
I don't
cute
mind
one.
that one.
That's a cute one.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen some art from more recent IDW comics that I thought was really cute.
I always thought the end of Sonic Rush was hinting at this as a kid, and I
A
thought
little bit.
it certainly feels more natural than like Sonic
Sure.
and Amy, which always is,
Yeah.
somebody has to force that.
Right.
Yeah.
Blaze, and maybe because she's meant to be viewed as like an alternate universe version of Sonic, kind of.
Oh, of
It
course,
feels a little more
self-cessed. That's what it was
natural.
the entire time.
I hate that you
Okay,
said
the-
that.
Alright,
that I was.
thing
I
is
hate it. I hate the
They're
shit now.
okay. Wait a second. They're counterparts because they fill the same role,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean they're the same character.
No, they're not.
Like,
It's not
this
like
isn't
shit
like
Sonic and Scourge.
shipped with Scourge. Exactly. You same thought. Yes.
Which I
I
wanted
was-
to have on this list because I thought it was a funny ship.
Bravo.
I guess it's
I-
not that popular.
Bravo.
I was joking.
I guess it's
but-
not, yeah.
Yeah,
but
no,
no, I think because they're alternate, like
Kind of.
equivalent version. Well, kind of. They're like equivalents of each other. Might be a better way to put it. I think
Yeah.
that makes it feel more natural.
It's literally just that Blaze can keep up with Sonic as well.
Blaze can keep up with Sonic. Blaze,
Also has that like adventurous spirit.
she has the adventure spirit. She,
Yep,
you
yeah.
know, she
Yeah.
also doesn't. She doesn't seem like she would take Sonic's shit, whereas Amy seems like she would take Sonic's shit. Depending
To an
on
extent.
depending on the era of Amy, mind you.
Yeah, Amy
Modern
could be
I
a
don't
dumbass
think would.
sometimes.
Yeah, I think modern Amy would probably push back on Sonic's shit, but like we're talking about like 2000, early to mid 2000s Amy.
Yeah, I would say the problem with Blaze is just that she's got way too many responsibilities.
Yeah, Blazes 2 has too much responsibility to be in a committed relationship.
Yeah, Sonic's really,
He's a free
honestly,
spirit.
not the type. Yeah, he's not the type.
That's why I don't think any ships with Sonic work in the first place. He's too much of a free spirit.
Yes, exactly. I don't think any ship would work. But of the ships we've talked about so far, I think this is the most realistic one.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so Jet the Hawk. I
didn't get Scourge, but I got another green rival.
They're exes.
two of them. They're bitter X's. Yeah.
They're very much bitter exes.
This is a ship that's funny, but I do not go for
I just
it at
don't
all.
like Jet that much.
Exactly. I fucking hate Jet.
This is like, in my eyes, Jet and Sonic is like a shitpost ship.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
a shitpost. It's like me
Yeah.
saying I want Scourge and Sonic.
This is like
It's a little better than that, but
maybe not
a little
embittered
better.
X's, but Sonic's rebound after like breaking up with Shadow.
Oh my god.
so this is the game version of the Fiona ship, basically.
Oh god.
Yeah. And equally, it's also someone who's like clearly wrong for him and like maybe even a little toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so. If I joke about Shadow and Sonic being a toxic relationship, Jet and Sonic is a legit toxic relationship.
Yes.
This is like Sonic. Sonic would be transformed into a different person who like wants to go out on dates and stuff, and Jet would be like, "Nah, let's sit on my couch and smoke weed.
Let's sit and watch WWE and eat potato chips."
Oh god.
Play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yeah, play Pro Skater.
Oh god, Jet. I'm realizing Jet is gonna, and that's the thing, is that it's gonna make things easy. Jet is gonna be like that no matter who he's with. So if we have any other Jet
absolutely.
ships in here, we can cover those by saying
Which
he's
I'm
gonna be a
wondering if
fucking
we do
chud no
now.
matter what.
He is a chud.
I called someone a chud earlier.
It's such a great insult.
All right. Sonic Team reveals that you, the player, were gay all along. Let's talk about the avatar
Damn.
for Sonic Forces, because this is something they legitimately said when Forces was coming out, is that, like, if you want to imagine your character in a romance with Sonic, we wrote the game with that in mind.
Wait, what? They said that?
I think they said something like that, yeah.
What?
They
I
said
find
they
that
said
hard
it
to
was
believe.
one acceptable interpretation. They didn't.
Okay,
It was like
I can
they
view
didn't.
that.
Okay.
I can believe that.
They said
but,
we
like,
hope that players will feel either like they're becoming Sonic's friend or they're like becoming his lover.
What the?
What the fuck?
I'm glad you clarified that, because I was like, is this just the avatar as the character that you try to piece from this self-insert character? Because you can sort of try to piece together what
Yeah,
character there.
sure.
But it's not that. It is just self-insert.
It's literally.
Okay.
Wait, so this is literally just shipping yourself with Sonic?
Yeah.
I always made Ember when I played Forces.
I don't know if I have anything to say. about that.
no.
It's like
no.
it's the avatar character is weird too, because people just like memed on the Red Wolf guy so much that he became a character
Right.
of his own, and that's why it says
Right.
Gadget there. Is that was a name that fans made up, but eventually the Japanese side just started using it. So
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I'd heard the name Gadget before.
I thought
yeah, well,
Gadget or
and
Rookie was
he
another
is
one I heard.
Well, I thought Rookie was like a nickname.
Rookie is
That's
what they call you in the game.
game.
Right, I figured that was just supposed to be a nickname.
But I think Gadget became the more official,
Gadget
quote, official name.
seems like more of an actual
that
name.
specific Red Wolf character.
Interesting. Huh.
And so my headcanon is that this guy is a guy, and I don't care about the
Sure.
player really, because it's like, what do you even do? But he was with Sonic for like a day, and it was like a dream come true while the war was going on. But then they get to the end, and it's like they break up, and it's like Sonic didn't even think of it as dating, and it's like, what do you mean? Don't you love me? It's like, dude, what are you talking about?
It doesn't help at the
God.
end of that game, Sonic just runs away after giving that whole speech about needing to clean things up after the
Look,
war.
Sonic doesn't know what
Sonic's
the
just like, all
responsibility
right, peace out, and then just
And so my
darts.
headcanon is that Wolf Avatar rebounds from Sonic and goes with Barry from Murder of Sonic.
I can believe
It's-
that. I've seen that ship before. I like that ship. That's a fun ship.
Yeah.
All right, Princess Elise.
I forgot she was the third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most interesting thing about Elise, to be honest.
Right.
She has the personality of fucking
A carrot.
cardboard.
This
She is
is.
ignorant, but she has the personality of one.
Did we ever finish the discussion? Did we ever end it off, Lauren? Because I asked you at the start of 06 whether they had more or less chemistry than Anakin and Padme in Attack of the Clones. I don't remember if we ever followed up on that.
Oh, okay. Well, I will say now they have less, in my opinion.
They definitely have less, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know if Sonic does really reciprocate her feelings at this point, if I'm honest.
I don't think he does.
No, I think he's just kind of like friend and Elise.
Oh, he friend-zoned Elise.
Yeah.
I think
Sonic
he
friend-zones
knows
everybody.
That's
that
true.
she's into him is the thing, and he played into
Yeah.
it because he wanted her to, like, take life by the reins or whatever for herself.
Yeah, he
but
needed
he's
her
not
too,
into her.
so she would. Yeah,
Which is kind of manipulative now that I'm saying it, but
a little bit.
But Sonic didn't mean it in a manipulative way, though.
No, he would
Yeah.
mean it to try and help her.
yeah. It's weird and yeah.
It is.
Yeah, fumbled.
Elise needs someone that's just more stable and less insane than Sonic.
Probably.
If she was the same age as Chris, that would be a funny thing to ship.
Oh my god.
All right,
I don't
speaking
know how games line up with other canons, so it's not.
Well, so fucking X.
let's
is
not worry about it.
basically-
Let's not dwell on it. Speaking of
Yeah.
princesses, Sally Acorn.
Oh.
Is this show or Comic Sally?
Whichever is most convenient. I think, and yes, I see what you're saying, because I think that they work well enough together in Sat AM. They have a good dynamic,
Yeah.
and that carried over to some of the comics. At this point, I am just exhausted in the comics of them having romantic drama.
Well, part of my problem is that that depends. That changes whether or not I like Sally. Because for most of what we've read of Archie, I have not liked Sally, but I consistently like her in Sat AM.
Well,
I don't
know.
dislike
It's like
Sally and Archie usually.
My problem is the way she was written for a long time is just unlikable to me.
I mean,
She's
it was
been
just
better recently.
her life was just misery for so long.
That's
so
the
it's
problem.
like-
It made her life miserable, and in turn, it made her. They wrote her as bitter and miserable.
yeah.
Gotcha. I can kind of see that, I suppose.
So it's like
We're talking about your
Sat AM.
coagulated impressions of the idea of Sally, not Sally as any specific version of herself.
Sure.
Yeah, but as for this ship, I used to wholeheartedly support this in comics and the show, but after reading through all the comics and farther than I ever read originally, now I totally have to split it. I'm like,
Same, yeah.
in comics, like when we're reading 30 years later, I'm like, I don't see it. This isn't gonna last.
Same.
It's not gonna happen. In Sat AM, we didn't. Obviously, the show was canceled, so it's possible
We
it
didn't
might
get
not
to
have
see
worked
very
either.
much of it.
But I think even if they didn't stay together, it would have
It
ended
felt
up
like they
better.
had more chemistry and actual chemistry in the show, whereas in the comics, it really
It's
felt like
because
forced.
Sally is one of the gang in the show. She's not the fact that
True.
she's a princess is not that relevant. It's very relevant to
No.
the comics.
Yeah, well, that's something we've talked about when in the tier list. Like, we talked about the fact that in the show, Sally is basically the real main character.
In some ways, yeah. So
In some ways, at
Sorry,
least,
Sal.
or at least the co-main characters with Sonic.
she has other ships that I like better as well. So
Yeah, I know of another one from later on in the comics that I think makes more sense.
yeah. All right. Sonic and Knuckles is a good video game, but
support this
also
one.
I was gonna
as a
say,
ship.
That's your favorite one.
I like
I love
it. I
Sonic
think
and
it's
Knuckles.
cute. I think Sonic
It's a
can
cute
bring him
one.
out of
It's
his
a funny
shell a
one.
bit.
Yeah. Well,
Looking
I
at
also
Frontiers.
Frontiers was what I'm thinking of.
Yes,
'cause
Frontiers, they keep
literally
making
the
goo-goo eyes at each other, but I
the
also think
first
just in
cutscenes,
general.
they make fuck me eyes at each other. I love it. It was hilarious. That was my awakening to thinking like, damn, this is a fun ship.
You're gonna say it's like
No, no.
Sonic needs to take Knuckles on the adventure he took Elise on.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
the
Sonic
ship,
needs to take Knuckles on an actual adventure in general.
Would Sonic be carrying Knuckles or would Knuckles be carrying Sonic?
Depends on if they're running or flying.
oh, perfect,
Gliding.
perfect. They can switch off.
Knuckles doesn't fly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they switch off so they can both learn how to be vulnerable.
All right, Lauren.
I was gonna say I kind of, my first reaction to hearing about this ship was that's ridiculous. But now that I'm stacking it up against all other ships, I'm like, this is definitely the third most realistic ship here.
Really
maybe even the second most, arguably. So actually, you know, I guess I can't knock this one too much. Yeah, I can see it a little bit.
Yeah, well, and you know, it's like Knuckles' weakness is women, as we've established.
True.
So
maybe
it's
he needs a nice guy.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know anything. You know, maybe he has to learn some things about himself. Sonic is a great teacher.
True.
All right.
You know what?
Sonic and Surge. I'm sorry that we're going to be leaving Lauren out of this one.
Yep, I don't know nothing about Surge.
So I know enough about Surge. I like Surge. I think she's cool.
She just needs to translate her hate of Sonic into love.
She hates Sonic so much.
That's what I know about her.
This is literally just like...
I'm like,
I can also
fix her.
The mean girlfriend who bullies you anime is like that was very popular for a while, and that's what this is.
It was.
This is you ship this if you're into femdom.
Jesus Christ.
Am I wrong?
Podcast is not for kids, huh?
No,
this is a Sonic podcast for fans of all shapes and sizes, not fans of all ages.
You know what?
That's true.
Valid.
I like Surge, so I can understand shipping her with Sonic.
I think it's just the potential because you want to see her be happy and also not hate Sonic because Sonic is good.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it, is especially because it's like, I feel like Sonic would be the type where he's like, I'm so sorry this all happened to you. I want to help you.
In a strange way, it reminds me of like a more sane version of Sonic and Scourge.
Well, yeah, I mean, her name is literally Surge.
No, I know. I know, because Surge is basically the stand-in for not really stand-in, but like the equivalency of Scourge. And
she takes inspiration.
She's Green Rival. Yeah, she's inspiration.
Yeah,
and she takes inspiration in some ways from Scourge
and Ashura. I think
the Ashura glitch.
Yeah. All right. Sonic and Tails should not be together.
No.
Their relationship is older and younger brother.
But this is something that the fan base exists for anyway, and that I've seen. I included multiple ships like this on here, and it doesn't mean I like them. It just means I've seen them.
They should be included.
And I know that people are going to be like, "Oh, well, why didn't you include blah, 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 whatever fucking pedophile crap I like?" And the answer is because I haven't seen it. I have to see it. I'm sure that any amount of depraved things exist, but I'm not looking at it.
Okay,
this is something that is prominent.
Yeah, there's something to be said about a popularity of a ship. Even if we don't like it, Sonic and Tails is a ship that I know of a lot of people that do ship.
So
whereas it's like you could say, oh, Sonic and Cream. I've never seen that.
Well, yeah, so the thing,
I'm using that.
Thing is,
corner.
You can imagine an innocent version of this by just saying, if it were like one-sided, Tails is a young boy and he has a crush on the older, cooler figure.
The concept of it unfortunately does make sense, but not in a both-sided
not in a mutual
I like
way.
if it was like if Tails admired Sonic.
Well, obviously I think there's some of that in Tails' character in general.
Yeah,
but admiration that evolves into something more that's exclusively one-sided. The moment it becomes mutual, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Well, and it's already kind of weird because they definitely
7-year gap between them.
Well, and they've definitely been playing up the sort of adoptive brothers angle, and so that makes it like.
And that's the relationship I like.
Yeah, I like the older brother, younger brother.
The Sonic takes care of Tails. Took care of Tails. Now, let's be honest, Tails takes care of Sonic.
Tails is doing his own thing.
Yeah, so don't date your brother.
Don't ship them.
No.
They are brothers.
Okay, I mean, you can ship them, I guess. Like, it's like we're not here.
Here's the thing, also. Okay, here's the thing also. I learned this actually looking up stuff about this episode. The term ship does not exclusively mean romantic relationship. It is just a shortening of relationship. And sibling is also a type of relationship.
I think we're talking about, like,
we're talking
with
romantic.
all this shit, it's
we're
like,
talking romantic. The term ship usually is used romantically.
Yeah, but the thing with all this is like, do I think that this is like objectively hurting people? And it's like,
no,
not technically, but don't be fucking. Just stop being weird. Go away. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's weird. Right. I don't like it because it's very weird.
Let's move on.
Yeah,
let's move on.
Breezy.
Breezy.
Sex bots.
She was only ever a decoy for Sonic, and she appears to be into Robotnik Jr. anyway. So
that's true.
For now.
Now,
the show doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
well,
you'll
Kayla's referring to some later comics that Breezy is in.
I know, she's an Archie later.
And in that case, she could only ever view Sonic as a stand-in for the person she's really into, so...
I think I know who that person is also, because I've seen some panels of them together.
That one, I actually like that ship, but I don't think it's actually going to be on here, so...
Well,
this is Adventures Breezy, and as I understand it, Archie Breezy isn't even the same character. They're actually they're very inspired, but they're
she's inspired.
Well, I'm not differentiating by version here for the most part.
Okay.
Well, I can't talk to Archie then, but this one has no canon compliance, but I could see it written okay, I suppose, since there's it's sort of a blank slate ish.
Basically,
like after Breezy rejects Robotnik, you can kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah.
This is one I could see making sense, but Robotnik Jr. exists.
Right.
I'm thinking pre-Robotnik Jr. because they came in later.
Yeah.
If you wrote it like before then, you're right. After Robotnik Jr., that makes no sense.
Yeah, after Robotnik Jr., if it's before Robotnik Jr., I could see Breezy and Sonic.
All right, Rouge. Sonic can handle the curves like a pro, as he said in Crossworlds.
Yeah. So I do like this dynamic just because the way I usually see it depicted is like they're just constantly like teasing and low-key flirting with each other, and everybody gets so annoyed by it.
A fucking cougar.
This is like they would be dating on the side and deny that they were dating.
The problem is Rouge's voice actress, despite the fact that Rouge is supposed to be like 19, sounds like she's 45.
I'm thinking with their current voice actor.
Okay, I'm thinking like Adventure right now.
Yeah.
What Adventure? Lonnie Manella was
not
the
Adventure.
most fitting.
No.
It's fucking Kathleen Delaney in the 2000s that sounds way too old.
Whatever. X is just the fucking Adventure anime.
And
no.
Or whatever.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway,
so it's definitely a case of like people and people do this in general. They're weird about Rouge's age and voice. People want Kathleen Delaney back because they want Rouge to be a MILF, and she's not one. We've discussed this relatively recently, but
and I'm generally just not a huge fan of Rouge period.
Well said.
I don't know.
I like her well enough.
She's okay. She's not in like my top 10 favorite characters.
Part of it is it's like Rouge is flirty with everybody, but the degree of genuine, sincere feeling she has for people is always suspect.
Exactly.
Very much so. Yeah.
And yeah, it's like I could see her trying to manipulate Sonic like this, and maybe that's a little too far for her. The problem is Sonic wouldn't fall for that. So
also true.
Yeah. I think they could only ever have, the casual thing on the side, I think.
Sure.
And then Roxy, this waitress from Adventures of Sonic that included purely out of obligation.
I didn't watch this episode.
I don't even remember what character this is.
Yeah, and as I recall, they kind of just kissed for no reason at the end, like it was the most left field thing ever. So this
if they kissed, gotta be included.
I guess.
I mean, I can understand including it if they kissed, honestly.
Is there another girl from Adventures of Sonic I'm forgetting about?
Oh, the mermaid girl, right? What was her name?
Was Sonic into her?
I don't think there was a ship dynamic there.
Okay, I thought there was.
That's another episode of Adventures I didn't watch.
There was...
No, I think it's Breezy and Roxy, and that's it, unless I'm wrong.
Wasn't there like a fucking stalker character?
That wouldn't surprise me, but I'd get another episode. I didn't.
She was like stealing Sonic's stuff because she loved him. Am I making this up?
Should have done the
I mean,
research.
that sounds.
I don't recall.
That sounds like something that Adventures would have done.
Let's get off Sonic's page. Tails.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, but, I love the bottom right corner. That's great.
Tails has way too many of these. We'll start by rifling off the top two, just because people literally only ship Tails of these two because they're of similar age.
Is Marine? How old is Marine supposed to be? I never got the impression of like how old she's supposed to be.
6?
I think she might be older than Cream, but not by much. And I mean, nobody has like numbered ages anymore, so I don't even know.
Yeah, the canon ages were kind of they were suspect in the first place, from my understanding, anyway.
Yeah, Tails has no dynamic with these people, though. I don't
7.
care.
Yeah, that's true.
She's supposedly 7.
7, interesting. Well, okay. Yeah.
Does anybody have anything to say about these two?
I mean,
they're
I guess
innocent enough, I guess.
Yeah, they're innocent enough. Cream and Tails is a cute combo, but there's not enough interaction there, in my opinion.
Yeah, this one is. Have you guys seen the music video for Crushing 30s?
I've not seen the music video, but I have heard the song.
Okay, that has adult Tails and Cream working in an office, so I support them.
Okay, yeah. Again, it's a cute combo, but there's just not enough interaction there.
All right, Tails and Amy is a complete contrarian ship that people just want because she's not with Sonic.
Right.
There's a bit of an age gap, but I don't include it under this since they're at least both like kids to some extent.
Sure.
But if she's also going for Sonic, I guess that's still weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's not really anything between them, so I don't care.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Tails and Cosmo, finally a fucking real ship. They are probably the best. They're at least the least infuriating part of the space arc, I would say. I don't have a problem.
Yeah, probably. I still stand by the fact that there's only minimal bonding between them, in my opinion. But that's also because I was like watching that arc of Sonic X on double speed.
Part of it is like the series doth protest too much because it's like they get set up by accident at multiple different points. The episode where they're underground and Tails sort of proves how cool he is, that part's good, but then it's like Vector's like, we gotta set him up, and then Amy's trap for Sonic, they fall into, and it's like, okay, whatever.
Oh, that's right.
I feel like they needed to connect it.
That was cute.
I don't think it's not that bad. Yeah. Like, it's not that I have a problem with it.
Entirely with X in general, it just went for too long.
Yeah,
it needs to be connected.
All the state it's welcome.
Well, and I think it's not that it's too long; it's that there's not enough substance. It needs to be connected more to Cosmo's broader character arc.
Yeah, that's why I say it's like I feel like there's not enough development there for Cosmo and Tails. There's a little bit.
Yeah, which is really the fault of X and not the ship, I would argue.
Sure.
It is literally Tails' most developed ship, though, in that case. And I'm realizing I forgot Zoe from Sonic Boom, but...
this is fine.
I'm sorry, why
I don't know. Certainly it's the top tier for Tails, because everything else is dog shit.
But easily.
It also definitely feels manipulative, because they having him cry his eyes out because he has to kill her at the end is like, whoa. It feels like everything they do with like Otacon and Metal Gear Solid, where it's like, oh, Otacon loves a woman. Yes. Oh, Otacon's woman that he loves is dead. They do that like 3 times.
That's why I hadn't thought about that.
Fuck, they kill off Otacon's sister for the same reason, even though he's not into her.
That is very strangely similar.
They like emotionally torturing Otacon. Anyway, so here's the fucking
a little bit.
The fucking pedophilic Maelstrom here.
Wow.
Unfortunately, one of these was really pushed in Archie for a little bit.
Okay,
two of them kind of really.
One really pushed, one slightly pushed.
Barbie is basically two or 3 lines and maybe 1 or 2 panels. It's literally just that I don't know if Gallagher was thinking about the ages when he wrote it.
I have to wonder if he thought Barbie was younger than she actually is.
I don't know,
I mean,
or if he just wasn't considering it. I mean,
Maybe, I don't know.
there is also like,
Grab the brownie.
I'm gonna acknowledge this even though I shouldn't. There is a fantasy if you're a young boy of getting with a woman who is an adult,
Sure.
which is an okay thing to think about. I don't think you should put that in writing in your children's comic book.
No.
Yeah.
Plus, wasn't it Barbie to Tails not that direction?
It was.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's wrong even
That's
in
the
that
problem.
aspect.
If
Yeah.
it had been Tails having a fantasy, okay, that's one thing. But yeah, the fact that it was Barbie.
Well, and Tails being into
weird about
older a girl who is too old for him. That's the entire thing with Fiona, because Fiona doesn't like Tails
Exactly.
back.
Right.
Yeah.
So that part, I don't have a moral objection to, even though I do hate it. That's also the entire motivation for the Roosh ship in the fandom is
Yeah.
literally just that people self-insert as Tails, I think.
God.
Yeah, that one I'm not a big fan of. That's
Yeah. And then Wave is the closest to not being that bad, but it's still bad. I
I
think
mean, she's still obviously older than him, but also like,
Wave is just
not-
the funniest because I think it's funny that she's older teen and beefs with an 8-year-old.
yeah, that, I mean, that's
And it's
funny.
literally just that every rivalry is also a ship.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's
image
okay.
of the lady throwing hands with the toddler.
Yeah. So let's get out of there.
About, yeah.
Tails and Mina is literally just like, why did Ken Penders do this? Why?
I
did
read
you
a
put this
reason
together?
for it. It was something to do with like Penders viewed both of them as like forever bachelors, so he just decided to put them together.
I thought it was just
Which
to
is also
spite
funny because-
Ballers, honestly.
That might have been also part of it.
I say as if Ballers gave a shit, even though he literally only created Mina because the editor asked him to create a character for a romantic triangle.
Yeah, I mean this might be the second best ship, I guess, relative to all other ones.
I mean, they're both adults in 25 years later, so it's like
Right.
not weird.
Yeah, that was not that
credit
strange.
there, I suppose. But the thing is, we didn't ever get to see this develop, so you can't really.
That's-
Yeah, we literally just last week covered the only comics where they actually interact as adults, and they don't interact.
Yeah.
Tails gets gassed and passes out, and then everything
Yeah,
goes crazy by the end.
That's a consistent issue, I feel like, with. Are there any other big ships in 25 years later, or not ships, relationships in 25 years later that we don't see?
I mean, we never see how Sonic and Sally got back together.
That's true. But Sonic and Sally, the comics pushed that enough. I can see that they somehow would have gone back together if the writers wanted them to.
Guys, series ain't over yet.
I just kind of assumed,
There's more.
but
Oh,
maybe I wished because I just hoped
well,
that
it
it never
reboots
touched
at some
it
point,
again.
though,
Anyway,
right?
anyway,
Also, remember, 30 years later is an alternate timeline, so technically
That is true, that is true.
correct.
anyway,
Yeah.
Auto Fiona, I only include here. It's like, can the robot feel
just
anything
kinda
genuine?
sad.
Maybe. How does it end up? He just leaves her on an island to rust, doesn't she?
And then the robot
Yeah.
is crying too. So it's like they left this
question.
thread hanging and they completely never addressed it again. It's very strange.
Where are her ears?
Like that's not our concern over here right now. We're just like, where the fuck are her ears?
Because like Auto Fiona's just kind of a sad one, to be honest.
Dave Monick is a great artist. Don't question his decisions.
Alright.
True.
I mean, who am I to judge?
And then
Well,
Tails and
Robotnik
Honey.
just forgot to put ears on the robot. That's all.
You know what, canon.
All right, Tails and Honey is just.
I don't.
There's a
get this
couple
one.
shots in post reboot Champions arc where she's.
Oh.
I think she's just. I think she was trying to manipulate him and being like slightly sultry. I don't know. There's nothing. We don't have any perspective for Honey's personality right now because she only has a personality in that arc. So
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I like Honey.
I think Honey's adorable. I wish she was in more
Yeah,
stuff.
Honey's
but
cute, but it's like, yeah, we have no perspective
Yeah.
for her personality, really.
There's nothing to ship there. All right, let's just move away from Tails. Knuckles.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock, Knuckles.
All right. So, couple of interesting ones in here. I'll start with Rouge.
Yeah, that's a pretty consistent one.
This is the one that Rouge has shown the most genuine affection for Knuckles and Shadow.
Yeah, if I'm gonna pair Knuckles up with anyone straight, at least it's gonna be Rouge.
Yeah. I think it's just a case of like Knuckles is very genuine. He's a little bit dumb, and Rouge probably likes that he's
naive,
uncomplicated.
Uncomplicated. Damn, just like me for real.
But also, it's like we get Adventure 2, and then that's kind of it. Like she loves teasing him. This is also the mean girlfriend appeal a little bit.
Well, teasing is, that's one thing. But
I would say the biggest handicap is that like Knuckles doesn't. He's too averse to dating in general.
Right.
And so it's like, does this have anywhere to go? And it's like, considering how much they push Rouge and Shadow, probably not.
Yeah, Rouge and Shadow seems like the one that gets pushed a lot more, especially more recently.
Yeah, I think there's at least a continuity, a theoretical continuity where this could make sense.
Sure.
But most continuities, no.
And certainly not fucking Archie, where she's like a home wrecker for some reason.
God, I was telling Kayla about that. Apparently Kayla didn't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know what Ian was thinking with that.
I do not get that. I do not like that. I think that's part of where my dislike of Rouge is currently coming from.
Yeah, she's weird in Archie. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sonya from Sonic Underground, they get like 2 moments together or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's something.
I don't know. I think out of the various
Sonya and Knuckles.
Oh, that's weird. Don't date the same person as your sibling. That. Yeah.
They're just right next to each other now.
Out of the potential options for Sonya, he's literally the least weird. So I guess I support that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Anyway, Knuckles and Sally.
There's a bit of it.
It's here and there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like they're both too busy with their own. They're both too busy with their own agendas. I feel like
that's part of the problem. They both have too much going on for that to happen. It's kind of like Sonic and or anyone in Blaze, but really like Blaze is just too busy to have a relationship with anyone in canon. Both of these characters are too busy.
Yeah, the only thing is that like they can bond over their shitty dads, which they literally did in canon.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, they're good friends, but I see.
All right. Here's the big one. Knuckles and Julie Sue is good. It was never
Knuckles got his emo goth waifu.
Ken never found a way to ruin it, and Ian followed the lead decently.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think they're the most consistent relationship and the best, in my opinion, my favorite.
Yeah, I think it's literally just that Julie understands Knuckles.
Yeah, they both have underlying trauma.
Yeah, and
not even underlying, it's just trauma.
They've been through some shit, and you get the nice Romeo and Juliet. It's someone from the Guardians and someone from the Legion getting along. Now, the fact that they are distant cousins is definitely eyebrow raising. But here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. They are 15 generations removed due to the fucking time compression of the Twilight Realm.
They're fine.
They might as well not be related at that point.
Yeah, it's literally just that Ken keeps bringing it up.
Yeah, they are literally related basically by name alone, and technically
they are no more related than two people whose families have lived in the same country for a few generations. But
basically, yeah, if two siblings came to America and then 15 generations later, their ancestors came together, they would basically not be related.
It's
a little weird.
This is just shut the fuck up, Ken. Shut up.
Basically, yeah.
That's like a general phrase, actually.
Yeah.
It really is. We should have had that as a soundbite for any time Ken did something stupid.
All right. Relic, nobody has anything to say about than me, and even then, I don't really remember Relic's personality at all, so I don't remember if this is a real ship. I just included her on there because I kind of remember her.
I think it kind of was in the comics.
She's an archaeologist.
She's from-
Knuckles lets her hang out on Angel Island.
Archie
She thinks
comics.
Knuckles is
Okay.
cool.
I assume post reboot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't really remember much
Okay,
beyond
no,
that. So
fair enough.
we'll leave the. Maybe we'll discuss. Maybe we'll do a follow-up ship episode later.
We may have to, honestly. At least on a few of these.
Anyway, Knuckles and Shade. Honestly, in Chronicles,
Yeah.
I don't know if they really have that much chemistry. I think it's a lot of case of people being like, "We need to repopulate the echidna species."
God.
No, they.
God.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say this makes so much sense romantically, but I think they have a bit of a dynamic. You know, they can bond a bit.
To me, it feels like a light version.
Done. Let him talk. Let him cook.
All right.
No, I pretty much said my piece on that. I don't necessarily know how realistic this is, but I don't think it's impossible. Yeah, I think it's all right.
To me, this feels like almost a light version of Julie Sue and Knuckles.
Well,
I mean, the comparison is
character is
inevitable.
inspired by the other.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, I guess when it comes to game ships, okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
there's
just
not.
Knuckles.
I don't know if there's enough there in Chronicles.
Knuckles is
If
just
Chronicles
very.
had gotten a sequel.
Yes, if we had gotten a Chronicles sequel, then this could have gone somewhere. That would have been interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a potential sequel to Chronicles could have made this a more interesting discussion, but because that sequel never happened, there's not fully enough there.
Basically. All right, so REM, I don't really know enough about, but I know that like she and Knuckles in Dream Team connect over their guardianship roles, which I think is neat.
Fascinating. I mean,
Interesting. Okay.
interesting. You're the only one here who's actually played any amount
Not a
of the
whole
game.
lot because
I played one level. Devin hasn't played it, and Lauren hasn't played it.
I didn't. I had to use the touch screen controls on my iPad, and that was hurting my wrists really bad
That's right, 'cause
because
that game doesn't support controller, I believe.
I am
does.
ancient and have
just
bad
gotta-
wrists.
There's some bullshit with connecting controllers to mobile devices. I've never.
I
been good
could
at.
not get it to work on my MacBook.
Yeah, Apple was like bragging about. Well, back when I was part of like Apple Masters program, they would brag about how you can connect your controllers wirelessly.
I
and then
know there are
I
games
try
that
to
do
do that.
support it.
All right. We're just complaining about controllers now. This is not the ship episode.
Yeah, sorry.
All right,
I don't know enough
Knuckles.
about this shit.
Specifically, I have all the Sonic Boom ships down here. And Knuckles and
I don't
Amy is
remember
something
enough.
that gets hinted at like one Rise of Lyric dialogue, I think.
Oh, it's in the game. Even less knowledge. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Amy and Boom Knuckles, he would be too stupid for her, so no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Boom Knuckles is like an entirely different version, so it's
He
like,
is, that's the thing. I
Yeah,
feel like he's too separate from Game Knuckles.
yeah.
yeah.
Boom
right,
Knuckles is a himbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Percy, on the other hand, she seems to like the himbo, so I guess I could get with that.
I don't remember Percy. I'm pretty sure I watched the entire
She's
show.
only in a
but,
few
like, when it was
episodes,
airing.
and they literally used her as like a stock model for like a cute girl that could be on Knuckles' shoulder, and made two of her in one episode. So then they had to just retcon that she has a twin sister.
God. You could have just said it was like, I don't know.
She has a twin sister named Stacy.
Of course
Yeah.
she does.
Sonic has a massive crush on them.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know. I like the episode where they have like a Rashomon episode where they recount different versions of an incident that went down with her, and Knuckles' version of that story is very funny. So I don't know.
I mean, I guess, you know, it gives me something to I don't want to say look forward to, but at least
I like the Boom cartoon. I
for.
think it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh no, I like the Boom cartoon. I watched it when it first aired. I just haven't watched it since, and I guess this gives me something to look out for when watching the Boom cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same deal with Knuckles and Styx. I think it's literally just that she's the only other girl, and Sonic is busy with Amy, and Tails is too young. I don't.
Nah, Styx shouldn't be in a relationship with anyone because she's too paranoid.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's too wild.
She's too wild.
No one
You
can-
can't tame her.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no one
The
can
dumb
tame
guy X insane conspiracy theorist could be like a fun thing for a
That's a
comedy
funny
series.
concept, but I feel like, again, Styx is like too aggressively paranoid to even believe that anyone would have genuine feelings for her.
They go on a date and she's like, "You're trying to trick me."
Oh, I forgot to disable my reminder.
Oh, then we should put Styx with Rouge because Rouge would be trying to trick her.
God.
Yeah, but
We've
that
got
wouldn't
the
work,
accidental
then.
fifth host.
Here's the thing. With all
okay, she's gonna
conspiracy
be picked
theorists, if their conspiracies turned out to be true, they wouldn't be upset. They would be so happy that their ideology was validated.
It's true. It's true.
All right, let's move along.
Okay.
Amy Rose.
I like that Shadow's on here before Sonic is.
I just threw shit in
They
here.
should-
Shadow and Amy.
No,
I don't know.
no,
They got like equal popularity, but I feel like I've been seeing a lot more.
Shamey has been fairly.
Shamey?
Yeah, Shamey.
Shad Amy.
No, I like Shamey.
Shadow and Amy and Silver and Amy honestly just feels like people didn't want to do Son Amy and just needed to find stand-ins.
Fair.
Well, I think the Shadow and Amy one comes from the cutscene that they had in Adventure 2, where she convinces him to like actually help.
Maybe that, and also some of the more recent stuff. Maybe also murder.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the whole concert.
The concert
thing.
tickets. Yep.
I think people just like
I think
that
that was
Amy has compassion.
and broken Shadow's shell a bit.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
where that chip comes
Which,
from.
okay.
I think it's cute.
It's cute. I don't know if I'm all for it.
It's an edgy emo guy and
I
a
like-
bubbly cheerleader.
Yeah, I like for them to have a dynamic. I don't know if I need that
That's a
to be
good
romantic.
dynamic, but I don't know about like. I think that's
Yeah,
a good
I'm
friend
like,
dynamic in my opinion.
I can see it becoming romantic, but I think I like them better as friends.
Yeah, as I said, that's a better friend dynamic in my opinion.
I like seeing Amy play the matchmaker role. So her setting up Shadow and Sonic
Yeah.
is something that Ian Flint proposed once, and that has always sounded funny
That's
to
a
me.
funny. That's a
Wow.
funny
God.
idea. Again, Amy as a matchmaker makes a lot of sense.
Yes, I can see her being like, "Oh my gosh, you two would be so cute together," and everybody else is
yeah.
like, "No, please no," and she's like, "Yes."
She gets overly excited about everything.
Yeah.
All the relationships she tries to set up.
Amy could also force femme Shadow. All right, moving on. Amy and Blaze.
What?
Is something
Amy
that
and
I've
Blaze,
seen
that's an
maybe
odd
once or
one.
twice, and it's like
I
she.
can kind of understand it.
Yeah, I mean, it's another. I guess it's another Sonic stand-in now that I'm thinking about it, but
Well, I'm thinking more also
There are a
like
lot
it's
of
the
these here.
stern girl. It's the stern girl and the bubbly, energetic girl.
Yeah, like the very
Yeah,
quiet,
yeah.
stern, girl,
Yeah.
bubbly girl.
you'd need Blaze
Yeah,
to
that's a
start
pretty
dressing more
common
old.
dynamic. I mean, kind of.
No, I think they could work well together because I think that Amy would definitely try to like involve herself in like Sol Empire affairs, which I think would be funny.
God.
But Amy dedicates 100% of herself to every single thing that she does. So
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I think it could,
that's
I
a
actually,
cute one. I can appreciate.
yeah. I actually literally have nothing to say about Amy and Silver other than the Sonic stand-in thing. 'Cause
Yep, Sonic Stand-in 3.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see that one be again.
No.
romantic.
It's like in
Friends,
06.
yes,
Friends, sure.
but
in 06 they worked together, although I guess they don't remember that, but in 06 they worked together. You could like, if you wanted to, play it as a thing where like Amy is pining after Sonic, but more and more hanging out with Silver, she realizes like, maybe I don't need him, maybe I need this weird fucking loser, and that's where it kind of falls apart for me. Silver's too much of a dork.
So again, this is another one that's like, I like it from a friendship standpoint, especially with as we get more and more of Cinnamon Roll Silver,
Yeah,
or you look at Silver more as that rather than Dickhead Silver.
yeah.
aggressive silver.
Yeah.
They're two separate silvers.
When you
They
get
both
cinnamon
die
silver, he
hill.
gets excited about seeing like plants. I could see that being a good dynamic friendship-wise.
Yeah. Amy can show him the world.
Exactly.
All right.
If
Trip
anyone
I just
should
have
do it,
on
probably
here.
should be me.
Trip I just have on here because Amy does indeed make friends with her in Superstars. I don't know if there's much to ship there, mostly just because there's not a lot there in
How
general
much
because
personality
it's a
does Trip
classic
have
game.
in Superstars? Yeah, exactly.
She's very timid and she's very clumsy when she's got all the gear on. And Amy does sort of help coax her out of her shell and get her to reject Eggman and Fang, but I don't know. That's all you get. I'd just say that Trip riding on Amy's back in the extra act for Lagoon City is very adorable. So I don't know.
Fair.
All right, Amy and Techno, my
Finally,
OTP,
good ship.
and
Finally,
semi-canon
some
by
good
the
fucking
end of Sonic the Comic Online. That one,
Yeah.
Techno as a character doesn't actually have that much going on.
No, not really. I was expecting more from Techno.
It's really just a case of her and Amy's have so much proximity and they never fight, you know, they never get upset with each other. They are always 100% in sync, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, they work well together, and that helps. I think that helps a lot for people wanting to ship them, even if in reality, it's a very one-sided relationship personality-wise.
Well, it's not that it's one-sided, it's that one person is doing all the work of having a character.
That's what I mean, yeah.
It's really just here's what I imagine their dynamic would be is that they would be like basically a married couple who has been, you know, like, you know, they have an adopted child in Kitching Sending, and then you would be like, wow, you two make a great couple, and they'd be like, the fuck are you talking about?
Couple?
Like they would be a couple that doesn't even realize they're a couple until they've been like together.
That's definitely a dynamic.
I can
In some
totally see that.
Yeah.
Like they go across space and time together, and then they just stick together after that, and they just keep on hanging around, and they never realize.
They're so naturally inclined they don't even realize it.
Right.
Anyway, it's good. Amy and Styx, I think we honestly covered Styx with the Knuckles thing already, so...
Yeah,
Yeah. But
I think people just wanted some kind of ship, a gay ship, and some kind of gay ship for Amy, and boom, it's like, well, ship. Styx is really the only option.
Yeah. I guess I could have included another upset face Rouge on here, but honestly, you could do that for a bunch of them, and no. But I'm not...
Yeah, you can put Rouge on everyone's page, as long as they've...
Honestly,
Rouge. Or if they haven't, actually.
I was actually expecting Rouge to be on this page.
Yeah, I mostly forgot, but also, it's another don't have children and adults together.
We don't need to think about Rouge being with everyone.
Yeah. Now, Amy and Metal is one of the more interesting things I've seen.
It is kind of interesting.
Okay, can you please explain this? Because when I heard this, I'm like, excuse me, what?
Well, so
it's
people...
it's kind of a Sonic surrogate. It's
a Sonic surrogate, and people want Metal to... People are sympathetic to Metal because he's, you know, he's an imitation of Sonic who hates that he is an imitation of Sonic, and he wants to be something more. So part of it is like... I guess it's almost a toxic thing because you're saying, oh, I'm not an imitation of Sonic, but I can do better than Sonic by getting with his girl.
I can do the things Sonic won't do. I think it's potentially interesting.
Okay. So people do this when they're thinking about a different Metal Sonic. Because when I see this, I'm just like, oh, so you're dating a shell of hatred, basically. Like, that's just all I can see that as.
Yeah, to me, this seems like Amy would take pity on Metal.
Yeah.
She does. Sonic Mania Adventures, she does.
Oh, interesting.
I could see it one-sided, I suppose.
It's very much a case of Amy. I think Kayla's right. So, a case of Amy being like, I can help fix him.
Yeah. Which I would like to see in a non-romantic context, I suppose.
Sure,
Mostly just because I want Metal to have literally fucking anything to do as a character.
I think a lot of Amy's ships work better in non-romantic aspects.
Like, it could eventually work to be in that, but it starts off better as them being friends and Amy helping them, like,
overcome
Amy is potential man for friends to lovers relationships.
She kind of is.
All right. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, jeez.
We have covered.
I'm sorry, Infinite?
We have covered a bunch of these already.
Sorry,
yes, there are a lot of elephants in this room. I probably should have used the face on a bunch of these.
Yeah, you forgot the face.
I think most
Here's
of
the
these should
problem.
have the face,
I don't know which
No, there's
group
only-
category Shadow qualifies for because he is simultaneously 15 and 50.
That's the problem I run into too, because it's like I have my OC like shipping
you
them
ship
my
them
own
both.
thing, but I'm always like, okay, he's physically 15, but he's also like over 50 years old. But
mentally
also
over
he's been
50.
like
Physically,
reawakened for a
exactly.
while at that point, so I'm just like,
Where do you stack up his physical to mental age?
exactly. So I'm just like, 20.
If he's mentally,
I don't know.
If he was mentally 15 when he was awoken, and he's been awoken for X number of years. Is he now mentally that age, but still physically 15? It's like, where do you put the line? I get it.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
We have to take this one step at a time. So let's start with Rouge.
Yeah,
this
sorry.
one's easy.
Yeah.
Shadow and Rouge are obviously both Team Dark members. They're both, you know, edgy to some extent.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I like about Shadow and Rouge is that Rouge does not piss Shadow off largely, which most people do.
True.
She
Everybody
kind of
pisses
gets
Shadow
him in a way, even when she does tease him.
But I think she also shows like genuine care for Shadow.
Oh, absolutely.
She's
She's said so directly. Those are the most genuine
Yeah.
statements she's ever made in 06 and Shadow.
Yeah,
Animations.
Shadow is like one of the two other characters G Rouge seems to show genuine compassion for.
Yeah. That's literally it. With any Shadow ship, you're gonna have to contend with the fact that he's got so much baggage.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Rouge is equipped to deal with that. I know that some of these fuckers aren't. But,
Yeah. Rouge might actually be the only one here that I can actually think is equipped.
Because she's
Amy, but...
she's seen it.
I go look at Amy. Amy too. Amy can deal with anything though.
Alright. Maria is a weird one because
This one
Maikawa...
I didn't know existed until a few years ago. I was really surprised that some people interpreted their relationship that way.
Well, so Maikawa said that he wanted it to be, like, ambiguous. I think it was Maikawa.
Which is very interesting. So every interpretation I've seen of the relationship always felt more like siblings to me.
Yeah.
That's where I am.
That's
You
where I'm
know,
at too. I'm like, no,
especially
that's his
since they
older
both...
sister.
I remember seeing on Twitter, people, I think just before Shadow Gens came out, or maybe before the Shadows manga came out, I don't remember, that genuinely believed in this ship, and I was like dumbfounded.
Part of it is that I can't imagine Maria having romantic feelings for anybody.
No,
Partially
I feel
because
like-
she literally died as a child, so it's like there's not much time for that
I
to
feel like
develop.
she's too young, and she was too isolated to people to have developed any kind of romantic feelings for basically anyone.
Yeah, and definitely the siblings thing is also like, you know, they're both Robotniks. Shadow is one.
Right.
Gerald is his father. There's
Shadow
not
is
really
a
much
Robotnik.
ambiguity about that.
Yes.
So-
Think of this Yamato pointing to himself when someone's like, "Who's Bowser's mom?" And he's just like,
Bowser Jr.'s mom.
"That's Gerald."
basically.
Yeah.
Who's Shadow's mom? Gerald pointing to himself.
Basically.
Shadow and Silver. Silver is not a descendant of Shadow, just to clarify.
No, he's not.
But
I can see why people would think that just visually, but they're not.
they both got chest floof. They both got angry eyes, but no.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Silver's too much of a loser. Shadow would just bully him.
Yeah.
Shadow does bully him.
Oh wait, yeah, Shadow does just bully him.
He does,
Shadow
he
would
kicks
bully
him in the head.
more. Shadow would bully him emotionally and physically.
Yeah. You want the mean boyfriend dynamic, I guess. Silver is
That's
definitely
just
someone
Shadow
that
with
people
every
project
ship.
onto.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shadow and Blaze, we saw a little bit of them getting along in Archie.
Oh yeah, we did.
I had a friend that shipped them, and I was kind of like, really?
They have
if you look at
mutual
it from
respect
just a-
for one another. That's about as far
Yeah,
as
if
it
you look at it
goes for
from a
me.
purely personality standpoint, I guess I can understand it.
They're both a little
It's one of
cold,
those-
is the thing.
Yeah, and I know people are into that.
This is one ship where I'm just like, it's not for me, but I'm also not gonna like
I
dunk on other
understand
people for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
I respect it, but it's not my thing. All right.
I
Shadow
guess
and
it-
Shade. Lauren, can you tell us anything about this? I've just seen this
Yeah.
before. Do they have any kind of dynamic?
No, I saw Shade on this page and I was like, excuse me, along with most of these characters, actually.
Same, yeah.
There was only one that I had to do a double take. Well,
There's a couple here. I'm like, what the fuck?
and then I saw Maria, but that one I knew. But yeah, there was one that I was just like, excuse me?
If you'd warned me ahead of
The
time, I could have
elephant in the
checked over the dialogue, because Chronicles has tons of optional dialogue
That's
depending on who's in your
fair.
party. There's probably something maybe somewhere,
If
but
this ship is something that people
I
do,
don't see it.
it's absolutely there somewhere.
All right.
But we just didn't run across it.
I guess they could both. No, they don't have anything really. They don't have any real similarities. I don't know.
Is this another
Shadow
case of trauma relationship?
I guess.
I think so.
The relationship that only works in crisis.
Nah,
All right, Shadow and Infinite is fucking funny. Just
that's
it's literally
really funny.
I
It's the
ruined
same
your
as Sonic
life.
and Jet. They're
I
both
ruined
bitter
your life.
exes.
Now come. Yeah.
That's a good description for that. I like that.
What? They're both bitter exes?
Oh, they're like Shadow and Jet, or no, Sonic and Jet.
Yeah.
Shadow and Jet. That's a wild one.
I ruined your life. Now we're dating. That's that's the abusive girlfriend that destroys your life dynamic. No, but it's not, I guess, because Shadow doesn't do anything that crazy to. He literally just makes fun of him once and beats up his guys, and then Infinite's like, I have to
Yeah.
fuck up my own ship because of this. I honestly would like it then if they did portray Infinite, because like Infinite in Forces has almost no care for Shadow in the game proper, only in the backstory chapter. I wish that they did portray Infinite as like obsessed with Shadow, because then that would be like kind of a fun, like toxic thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
There's like, I could rant about Forces, but long story short, it's like the game had potential.
It's potential, man.
Yeah.
a lot of Sonic games do.
All right. Speaking
You know
of
what?
which,
Fair.
Shadow and
Memphis.
Mephiles.
This is another wet one.
This is another
such a
like
what the
kissing a hologram of yourself thing.
It is kind
Except
of.
Mephiles is an actual guy. He just looks like Shadow sometimes.
Yeah, this is such a fucking weird one. This feels like an insert for some kind of self-cessed.
Mephiles propositioned Shadow to join him at that one point. I guess this is where you
Yeah.
would take that, except don't do that,
Yes?
because
No.
Mephiles was clearly just trying to manipulate him and probably kill him. I don't know.
It's another toxic ship.
It is.
Shadows has a lot of toxic ships.
Shadow's a toxic
Yeah.
person.
Yes.
Commander Tower is terrifying as an idea. I should have put
The
the thing on
elephant
here,
in the
but the funny
room.
thing is that I don't know which character the thing would go for, because on the one hand, Shadow is too young for him. On the other hand, Shadow is also too old for him, because Shadow knew him when he was like an 8-year-old, but then he was asleep for 50
I forgot
years.
about that.
Yeah, I do not understand this one, but it's fucking hilarious.
I'm just like, I've never seen this ship. I'm just like, where did you get this one from?
Yeah, I'm
I
really
have
curious where
seen-
you heard this about this one.
It was something on Twitter where people were like,
Oh, of course.
it's an enemies to lovers thing for one thing, but then it's also Shadow bringing him out of his shell, and also it's Old Man Yowie to some extent,
Okay.
It is Old Man Yowie.
because he is a
Old Man
grandpa.
Yowie.
It's weird. I should have put the thingy over both of them for this. I don't know which direction.
No, you just put the thingy over Shadow.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, a lot of these are.
All right, and finally, Shadow and Metal.
That
In
one I
Rivals
can kind of
2,
understand.
Shadow cares about Metal to some extent. which is odd, but
Archie we saw recently.
In Archie, yeah, I was about to say.
and in
showed
Archie,
sympathy
Shadow
for Metal
really
in
wants
Archie.
to help Metal not have to do what Eggman says
Exactly.
anymore, because he cares about living weapons. The thing
Right,
is,
yeah,
A,
which-
Metal rejects
that's
him,
something I
and
feel like-
B, even if he did, this is much more a Shadow's mission kind of thing than a Shadow's
Sure.
like ships. I don't know.
Well, and that's something I don't get about Shadow in games. In the game, also, is like, why wouldn't he? That's something I feel like that the games could have taken from Archie, is him wanting to show sympathy towards living weapons. The game
Or
Shadow
have
doesn't
a
really
have a
that.
purpose in life in general.
Yeah,
Also
besides
that.
being an asshole.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty good purpose.
All right, that was a
beyond
fucking
being an asshole.
minefield.
As
Let's
Maria's
move
dying,
on.
she's just like, Shadow,
Fucking
please,
Aw.
be an asshole.
All right, so Rouge, we have already discussed most of these, so I guess we got to start on Espio.
Another what one? Where does this come from?
from the
Chaotic
Chaotic
Case
Files.
Files.
More
so
recent
relatively
stuff, yeah.
recent.
Oh,
And I don't. Maybe she was manipulating Espio, but I can't nail down a motivation. She spends a bunch of time in that series telling him, like, you know, you're a really cool, stealthy guy. You should leave these Chaotix jokers and be cool and come with me. She's not asking him to work for Gun, I don't think. But, I don't know. I think she literally just wanted a partner in crime.
Shadow is no longer willing to do crimes.
Was Shadow willing to do crimes in the first place once he got his memories back?
He blew up a gun base.
Oh, that's right. That
that's-
was extenuating circumstances related to
Yes,
that, though.
it was, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could make that work. It's so weird and sudden, though, in that series. I've never.
No,
been quite
that's a
sure.
weird. That's just a funny one to me, also. But there's other things related to why it's funny.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
We'll get to it.
Like, I don't think
I have
this
it
is
on
the
here.
place for that.
I have it on here.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
Good.
All right, and then Rouge and Topaz is the obvious
I
OTP.
feel baited by this one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's also true. They have a couple
I
of
was
cute
under the
scenes here and
impression
there.
There was more.
There
Yeah,
needs
there's
to
a
be
few.
more. I like that Rouge gets her jewelry as a gift when she's leaving, which is like that's.
Yeah,
It's also like that's crazy because Rouge would never give gems to somebody else.
yeah. Honestly, like
That's the only.
you
that's the
are
biggest thing to
correct.
me.
Like that, there isn't actually that much, but
No.
for Rouge, there's
What is-
actually way more than you would
Yeah.
expect.
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
there is kind of big,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but there's not a lot of what's there. That's the thing.
Spin off where it's just Ruse and
I
Topaz.
I
Well, I
honestly
do like that
think
there's a
if
scene
I'm
where
gonna bring like
Flynn
Sonic
comes
X
with a
characters to
timeline.
the games, Topaz would be one of the ones that I would just to have more of that.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah,
think,
want
which they're
Topaz
not
in the
gonna
game,
do,
depending on anyone.
especially since they've got Victoria now. Which maybe you could make
Oh, that's
Victoria
right.
sort of a Topaz stand-in. I don't know, but
Yeah, I think you could do that. You could take inspiration from Topaz.
I mean, who knows? They might take a different route with.
Give it time.
Victoria
give it
doesn't
a
have a
decade.
lot going on. I have to imagine that they're going to use her in the next game somehow because she's such a strange character. But
Probably.
Yeah.
all right, Vector.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh my
Why is
gosh.
Big?
Big is
mean,
literally just I've seen Bara fan art.
Oh,
That's
Bara.
literally all it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
XPO.
Espio and Vector is kind of funny to me because people basically
kinda
portray them as Charmy's parents.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it, though.
Here's the thing. They are Charmy's parents, but they're not romantic at all.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Essentially.
literal. Even in a relationship, they're like it's a lavender marriage.
Yeah, I don't actually have that much to say about them beyond that because
There's
like
not
what?
much to say. There.
In fact, Vector only has one real ship on here, which is with Vanilla.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah, and I know. I think Flynn even has tried to lightly push this one more.
Well, because it's hilarious because it's
It is
you know,
funny, I love it.
A Vector is constantly flustered by Vanilla because she's like hot or whatever, and B
Right.
it's like it brings to mind like Vanilla's like. I'm 38 years old. I'm so lonely. This is the one guy who I know in life.
Who shows me? God, that is.
Well, last time they all had ages too. Vector was 21.
Yeah, Vector
Something
is
like that,
definitely in his 20s. I actually have
Yeah,
no
he's an
idea how
adult.
old
He's
Vanilla is
absolute-
supposed to be. I'm hoping that she's not
do
like
I.
a really young mother.
I think I looked it up before.
I've heard
It was either
mid to late
mid or
20s.
it was either mid or late 20s. I think is what it was.
I don't want to
He's
imagine myself as the same age as Vanilla.
You know,
Well,
until this very moment, I never once realized until you were like talking about Vanilla having no one else. I was like, hang on, wait a minute. Why does Cream only have a mom? I've never had this thought in my entire life.
Who is
Wait a
Cream's
second.
father? Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why
He's
is that
presumably
never
some
addressed?
deadbeat.
that's a
I
bonus
didn't think
episode.
about
Who's
it
Cream's
because it's
father?
never talked about.
Single mothers exist in
that's
real
April
life. I have
Fool's
to
game.
imagine that
The fate of
the father of
Cream's
Cream is some deadbeat.
Or
Yeah, I mean probably, but it's weird that they've never.
in April Fool's
Maybe they have
comic,
mentioned in some media
who's
somewhere.
Cream's father?
I don't think so.
Huh.
And then Julie Sue doesn't actually belong here. I just put that on there because rivalries and hatedoms are also
Right.
ships.
Yep. Yep.
I liked seeing them get along better in number 200. I don't actually. There's no ship.
Yeah, no, I liked that. That was nice.
And I didn't put any of the miscellaneous women from the Knuckles romance arc of the comics on there that Vector goes
Oh,
after
good.
because
That doesn't matter.
I don't like to think him as like some kind of weirdo. All right, SBO. Rouge we've already covered. The elephant in the room will take a second. Just hold on. Rouge we've already covered. SBO and Silver in Rivals 2 to hang out, I guess, but that's all I would really give them.
I don't know.
No, they yeah,
Okay.
they work together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vector we've already covered.
Yeah.
Liza exists. I don't know if she and
Have we seen
SBO
her?
had anything. She was in the old I think she fucking died. Did she die, or did she just get roboticized and then fixed, or did
Wait, I thought that was a different chameleon that died.
I think
There
it
was
was
the
Liza?
chameleons that died.
Well, so we
but
can
I
see
don't know.
what's his face in the background here. He definitely died. I don't remember if
Valdez.
Liza died.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
What?
Valdez.
Valdez is
That's
in
Yes,
the background.
Valdez.
the one I'm thinking of that died.
Yeah, that's him in the background there. He definitely died. I don't remember if Liza died. We haven't seen her.
I don't remember her. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's nothing to say about her because she doesn't have a personality. Anyway, just because
time I
of
looked at
this
it,
is this,
Infinite.
we have to. Okay, here's the elephant in the room. Infinite. Chaotix Case Files. This is the best ship in this list because it's the only ship that's based on a case of mistaken identity by fans.
Yeah.
Rouge spends the entirety of that series flirting with SBO for some reason. And people theorize that since in that series Infinite is going around using a special technology to disguise himself as other people, that it was secretly not Rouge manipulating him, but Infinite trying to lure him into a trap. And that did not end up being true. I wish that were
so
true.
sad.
It would have been so fucking funny.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh my god. It's the idea of Infinite flirting with SBO while disguised as Rouge that sends me into the stratosphere. I'm just like,
Yeah, I
remember
so
you and
wish they had
Devin telling
revealed
me about
that
that.
Rouge was Infinite the whole time.
That would have been hilarious. 'Cause I remember you and Devin telling me about that before. I think it was like the last episode or something.
yeah, I think we're
You
like,
tell me about
oh, man,
all this
I
going
really
down.
hope this is real.
And I'm like, what the fuck? That's hilarious.
Yes.
I still haven't listened to those. I was waiting for them all to come out.
It's all out.
I know.
It's
They've
good.
all
I
been
know.
out for like 3 months.
Anyway, so it's a shame, but also this is gonna be a part of the fandom forever now. So
Yeah, that art is incredible.
I can't wait
Yeah,
for
it's
like
great.
10 years from now. People are like looking at it and just like, what's the context here?
yeah. All right, Charmy. This is another obligatory like, oh, he's a little boy. Put him with the little girl. That's all there is to Cream here.
Right.
Saffron is an actual ship.
Saffron is his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically. So I guess that's the one that wins.
Yeah,
She doesn't have much of a personality, but that's the one that wins.
it's fine because I mean,
There's
Charmy
nothing
only
problematic
has
about it. There's no
some
problem with it.
No, it's not problematic.
And then Mello I've mostly included as a joke here because of this fucking panel. It's tragic Yowie, he fucking dies.
Was that the drug
Yep, that's the one that overdoses on
Okay.
LSD.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I'm remembering now who he is.
It's like, it took me a hot second. I'm
it
like,
took me
wait.
a hot minute. I'm like, oh my god, it's the drugs.
The drugs.
Alright, we don't care about Charming. Now let's move on to Cream.
Bokun?
Yes.
Yes,
Yep,
because
this is-
Bokun is into her. Remember at the end, the locket?
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah.
It's so
And
dumb.
we were talking about this because
right, we
we
talked about
mentally
this last
replaced it in our heads because there was a couple bits here and there with Bokun loving Ella's cooking. We thought that it was gonna be Ella in the locket. And
It shows
It
that
would have
we were-
actually maybe kind of made sense.
when we were
should've
discussing this
been a picture of an
before,
apple pie.
we literally, one of us, I think it was Bruce, literally had mentally replaced that image thinking it was Ella.
Yeah, I had. I think it was both me and Lauren.
No,
actually.
it was
Or
both
I-
of us. It was both of us.
Yeah.
That was both of you.
We were talking about this last week, and we
Yeah.
both thought it was Ella.
Yeah, and
That's incredible that even in my mind, again, this week, I did it again. God.
yeah, and it's because literally what? You know, these two have never interacted. Like, why would you?
I know.
Uh-huh.
The locket should have just been a picture of, like, Ella's apple pie.
It's just, yeah, just a log with a picture of pie in it. That'd be such a great
Exactly,
non
yeah.
sequitur to end the fucking series on. I have nothing to say about the rest of this character, so I'm moving on.
Fair.
All right, Blaze.
Well, no, I.
I think Kayla knows why I would include Omega here.
What?
Yeah.
We'll get to it. It's
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna be spoiling part of the comics for you guys, but in
Taylor
Treasure Team
spoiled so much
Tango,
for me.
Omega basically it's less of a real crush because he obviously is a robot and can't feel real romantic feelings, but he develops
Damn, Data would
a
have a say.
fascination and appreciation for Blaze because she can shoot
okay.
so much fire and destroy so
That's
many
true.
things, and he's like he
destroy
grabs
them
her
with
hands
her,
at one
you
point and
know?
says, "I like you. We should burn things together."
Literally.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
So I apologize for spoiling that, but you guys will
okay.
like it anyway.
This
So,
to her and was like, let's just stroll stuff together.
yeah,
Okay, that's
it's-
cute. I like that.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. You know what? This is good. Just for that explanation alone.
Yeah,
Well, because I love Omega when he's boiled down to his most basics of I want the most destruction I can, including when his body gets destroyed in the Zombot saga.
yeah. I
And
love when he's just ahead.
I'll bite their ankles.
I love when he's just ahead and he says, "Give me a jaw, I'll bite them." That's great.
I fucking love Omega.
I love Omega so much.
So much fun. Learning that. Okay. OTP.
Yeah. All right. What do we have to say about this bum over here, though?
I like this ship a lot. If Silver just hallucinated Blaze.
The theory that Blaze does not exist in 06 and that Silver just hallucinated her. I love that has any grounding at all.
It makes more sense than Blaze actually being there, to be honest.
I've never heard of this theory.
I thought we talked about it during the episodes.
No, we talked about it after.
Blanking it.
Oh, we talked about because I know I've heard that theory before.
Yeah, we forgot to mention it in episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is, I love that. If it's all in Silver's head, the ship totally makes sense.
Blaze, like he's
because,
like
yeah,
force,
then-
become a force ghost.
No. He's just hallucinating her.
Okay.
The thing is,
Does
no
it-
one else actually interacts with Blaze.
That's what I was about
so
to. I
there's
couldn't
no
remember if anyone
particular.
did or didn't.
Yeah.
nobody
So
even
it's totally
acknowledges
possible.
Blaze.
Fucking god.
Yeah, and
Incredible.
Silver and Blaze as a show is like, I don't know.
Again, Silver's too much of a loser.
He is a
Well-
loser. He's very naive too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
Blaze
it's like,
keeps
I
calling him that.
can't
They have like a
imagine-
master-student thing going on in 06.
Yeah,
if
that's
anything.
what I was leading to. It's just
That's
like
the relationship they have as master and student. That
Yeah, so...
no.
If Silver maybe turns his life around and stops being such a bum, then maybe. But she's too good for him otherwise.
Calling him a fucking bum.
chud.
No, he's not a chud.
Silver's a lib, if anything, but
He's a lip.
we can't. This is not the Sonic politics episode. Maybe that's another bonus episode. I don't know.
No. Well, maybe
That's a
actually.
more dangerous.
I'm not politically
That's
educated
gonna
enough to
be
judge,
very-
honestly.
That would be
it's like-
We put Sonic characters on a political compass.
All right, moving on. Silver, I'm spoiling the comics again. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know about Whisper. Okay, yeah, I've seen that one. Landlin,
That's not the comic that I'm spoiling.
No, I know you're spoiling Archie.
Yeah,
have no
we've
idea who
discussed
that
a
is.
couple of Silvers on here already.
Jenny Co. That's a spoiler, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't remember
yeah.
who she is.
She is a version of Laura Sue.
What? Oh my god, I do remember her.
I was gonna say, just keep staring, it'll come to you.
No, I remember her now. I don't remember. I did not.
Yeah, that'll
was
come up
not aware
again.
of this. Okay.
They're not really a thing in my opinion, but I've seen it, so.
Oh, interesting.
So the only ones left to discuss on here are Lanolin and Whisper. Whisper, no, she's for Tangle.
Whisper's-
That's all I.
Yeah,
that's
Whisper
all I
for
did.
Tangle.
Tangle's wife.
Yeah.
Lanolin, I haven't seen much of. I haven't read far enough to see Lanolin.
I'm surprised to see Lanolin in here because I know there was like a moment where like people were just absolutely hating.
Oh, I know a lot of
her
people don't like
for the way
Lanolin.
she was treating Silver for a hot minute.
Yeah. So
I see
Lanolin is
people in
that
general not liking Lanolin.
she very suddenly comes into the story with a lot of opinions on things and is sort of an authoritative force in a lot of ways, which I think that they need at certain points, and that's kind of why I like her.
Sure.
Is because she can ground people.
Yeah.
But definitely people got upset about her for being a
Yeah.
woman who orders people around and isn't that nice. But I don't know. She could whip Silver into shape is my thought on that. It's like she could,
Mentally and maybe physically.
you know, we're talking about Silver needing to stop being a bum. Lanolin is the one who could get him there.
Honestly, out of all of these, Lanolin and Shadow wouldn't bother.
No, he would.
Shadow would
Silver.
Shadow would make him into even more of a bum.
Yeah, Shadow would like beat him. Anyway, let's leave Silver behind and move on to Eggman.
Finally.
Okay. Here we
Oh.
go.
There's only one here I believe in.
Yeah.
There's a few
It's-
here that I think are funny though.
There's a few that are funny or plausible.
All right, so let's just take it from the top.
You forgot
and they're
one.
across multiple Eggman versions, so it's a little weird.
Oh.
Yeah, just insert whichever one is with the character.
Yeah. So, Catella from Adventures of Sonic. It was literally
Does not
just that
look like a
Robotnik was
character
pretending
from that
to.
show.
Robotnik was just pretending to be into her to try and get her power.
That looks
but
like a
she was-
He-Man character.
But she was very much into him.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's another episode I didn't watch, I guess.
I think you might have, but maybe not.
I only watched like fucking
yeah,
15 episodes of that show.
I like this because Robotnik reacted the way they should have reacted to any attempted relationship in that show. Unfortunately, no other one goes this way. This one goes the way they all should have gone. So I kind of like not the actual relationship, but the way it was portrayed.
Yeah, I
Sure.
like the idea of Eggman. I like the idea of him pretending, to manipulate so hard. But then it's been like 5 years, and he's like still married, and he's like, I'm gonna set my plans into motion eventually, and it just doesn't happen.
That's also a funny idea.
Justin.
All right, Vanilla is on here because I've heard people propose the idea that Eggman is Cream's real father.
Oh god.
That would also justify why he kidnapped Vanilla in advance too. It's literally my ex-wife. You need to come back to me.
I need to talk to you about child support, ex-wife.
I hate that. I
thanks,
didn't
I
like
hate
this
it.
already,
Yeah,
but now I hate it.
I hate that horribly.
Yeah, we got to talk about the divorce payments. Anyway, yeah, no, don't actually do that, but also it's kind of funny.
It's funny, but it's
Thunderbolt.
terrible.
Thunderbolt. I'm spoiling some comics here, but Thunderbolt is
Love it.
legitimately just down bad for the Doctor at all times.
Damn, okay.
That is her motivation for joining the Empire. She is utterly devoted on all levels, and she's also like a foot tall, so that's very funny. It's
the
literally
picture
just
of
that I
hamster
think it's
eating
cute
the
and funny.
Banana.
Oh my god, stop.
The,
Well,
I'm gonna not
I think
acknowledge that.
Eggman's
I'm
like
gonna move on.
6 foot.
Eggman
I
is
think
not.
it's
Eggman is not into her because he's Eggman in those comics, and it's
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
It's literally just that I think it's funny and cute.
This is the first one that I think is really funny.
All right, Grimer. Lauren
Fucking
proposed
wise
this
man.
one.
His triangle head.
Yes, I never considered this until one of our wonderful commenters, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, one of our commenters talked about this. I'm like, huh, interesting. I never considered that.
Grimer
This
has
to me feels
devotion.
almost like a prototype for Agent Stone in some ways.
In some ways,
Starline.
yes. Grimer wants
And-
the best for the
Starlight as well.
Empire. He wants the best for Robotnik.
Starlight and Grimer both feel like prototypes to me for Agent Stone.
Not so much
Starline, excuse
Starline.
me. Starline,
you know,
less so.
I like the late era of Sonic the comic where Eggman is, well, it is Eggman, but it's Robotnik. You know, he's
It is Eggman.
he's very much depressed in late era STC.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of like Grimer forcing him to get off his ass.
Yes.
Like Agent Stone does in movie 3.
Yes, he does. Sonic helps, but
Sonic helps, but it's really Stone who I feel like is the driving force behind Eggman in much of that. And then,
we'll get
Gerald.
to it in a second. So, yeah, I don't know. Grimer could work. Part of it is just that he's fucking disgusting to look at, but
So is Robotnik, so it's perfect.
I think Eggman has like a chic about him, though. You know, you get him in a good jacket, you take off the goggles and the glasses, you know, you could have sort of an understated sort of Jason Alexander kind of attractiveness to him.
You know, I can say the exact same thing about Grimer. Grimer always dresses real sharp, and like I think they're well groomed as well. You know, for whatever species they are.
I mean, yes, they make his face ugly on purpose, which maybe that's me being superficial. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad person, but anyway, Starline. I don't actually ship him with Eggman because I ship him with me. No, the thing with Starline is that he definitely has an Eggman fanboy thing going on, an obsession.
Yes.
And he is just fruity as hell on most levels, so it's like, who else are you gonna put with?
Yeah.
Now,
The cat
they
wants
would
to get her opinions in.
Momo supports Eggman and
Starline.
Starline.
Yeah, my cat likes Eggman and Starline.
all right, good to
Has-
know. That's
has
a vote
been
for them.
reached. Yeah.
Now, I think that this would not be reciprocated because Eggman viewed him as a tool primarily, and then he rebelled. So, no. But yeah. So, okay, now we'll talk about Agent Stone. We love Stilbotnik.
Best one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and I don't even know who this character is, but I support.
He is
Yeah.
Eggman's main lackey in the movies.
Yes. I fucking love him so much.
And it's literally just that he is, you know, again, he's got that devotion. He wants what's best
He's
for the Empire.
absolutely
for Eggman,
dedicated to the Doctor.
and he just loves being around the guy. And
Yep.
it's interesting because they develop, because in the first
Yeah.
movie he does not respect Stone. It is very much like it almost looks like Stone is just doing it out of obligation. But then in the second movie, it's like he really missed him when Eggman was gone, and Eggman himself was still thinking about him when he was stranded in the Mushroom World because he made the rock stone.
Do a little
fucking-
rock reconnaissance.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like Tom Hanks with like Wilson the fucking volleyball.
Yes, absolutely. That's the joke. That's absolutely the joke.
You know, but then he gets back and just Maggio sells it so well when he comes back and he goes, he's back! And he's just so happy. And then in the third movie,
incredible.
you know, they finally pay that off by showing like, you know, oh, they're, you know, they've been hanging out for a while, but Eggman was kind of taking him for granted with all the stuff with Gerald. And then by the end, when he gives that speech and he acknowledges him, it is like, You know, man, it's so
Sick
good.
of friend.
A sick a friend.
Yeah. No, it's pretty good. I know the actor really supports Stobotnik too.
Yeah, Lee Majob, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
people-
all for the toxic yaoi.
Yeah, I was gonna say people taught him what yaoi was and that there's different levels to it. So
He's
what did he say? He was like old man yaoi is good.
Yeah.
Toxic yaoi is even better. I'm just like, who taught this man
So
this?
we have here is toxic old man. Yeah.
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 The
So,
best of both worlds, I guess.
No, this is the only one for the only ship for Eggman I truly support.
Yeah.
all right. What the fuck else
I guess
is
him
these?
and Grimer.
Yeah.
Lucinda is literally just a woman that he stalked in high school in Adventures of Sonic.
Oh, okay. It's another episode I didn't
And then he
watch.
kidnapped her eventual husband, I think.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
What the fuck drugs was that show on?
Yes.
No one knows.
No one knows.
Moving on,
The drugs don't
Omeletta
exist
is the
anymore.
fucking bride of Frankenstein.
Talk about a fucking hourglass.
He
I'm
built
like,
his own
why?
wife.
Why is it in Adventures?
Eggman has a type.
He definitely has a type. I can see it. I can
I
It's
don't have
He-Man
anything to say
character.
about this. I don't even remember this episode, honestly.
This is weird.
I think- I think-
you expect. Sorry.
does
I was
have a
going
type.
to point out. I'm pretty sure Lauren reminded you of
Yes,
Omeletta
he did.
last week.
Yeah, I remember because I remember Adventures has. Well, look, there's 3 examples in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. They had a thing for
Sure.
some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, Omeletta is weird because you expect, it'll fall apart for some reason because you shouldn't just build your wife. But it doesn't. They just get destroyed by Sonic. So it's like, huh? Doesn't go
That's
the way
an
you'd
itch.
expect it to.
Yeah, yeah. And then finally,
Eggman would have.
because of the Sonic X comics, they fucking
Yeah.
shipped Eggman with Ella for some reason.
So weird.
strange one.
I have nothing to say about this, if I'm honest. I guess
Yeah,
I
there's
guess I
not
don't
much.
really have a moral objection to it. It's just weird.
I don't hate it. It's just kind of out of left field for me.
It's just not in Eggman's character the way I view him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be
yes.
because you can I don't think that Eggman is incapable of attraction necessarily, but he shouldn't be pining after anybody. You know, that's why we
Yes,
like
exactly.
Agent Stone, is because it starts out completely one-sided and he has to realize that he appreciates him.
Right. By the end, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I wouldn't want Eggman to uproot their plans for world domination to go after someone. It would have
Yeah.
to go hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought. Exactly. It's like the world domination would have to go alongside, or the wanting to be with someone would have to be alongside the fact that he wants to rule the world.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Sally. We've done a couple of these already.
Bunny?
I've seen Sally X Bunny
Yeah,
before.
yeah. I mean, there's a bit of that.
I mean, I don't. That
It's-
doesn't surprise me, but
I mean, they're good friends. It's like that. It's inevitable.
sure. Friends to lovers.
In fact, we can cover Bunny early just to say I don't have a problem with Sally X Bunny, but unfortunately, her heart is promised to another.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
no,
that's the real
I
problem.
yeah, I don't have an issue with it, other than the fact that the true relationship in that entire comic is Bunny and Antoine.
Yeah.
It's very funny that they're both there.
Big thing.
It's almost like that was a big part of Antoine's character.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the polycule going. No. Yeah. So
No.
Happy Pride.
It's funny that we're doing this in Pride Month. It's almost appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving back to the top, Nicole.
Yeah.
This is my OTP for Sally. We had that
I've heard
Moonlight,
this one.
Starlight, or whatever it was called, Moonlighting. I don't even remember what it was called. But we had that story where Nicole
yeah.
first revealed her hollow body, and she and Sally connected, and I thought it was cute. And they actually
this is one I have seen before.
they remake that in post reboot when they're doing some backstory stuff because things have changed. And
Yeah, so-
post reboot, Sally and Nicole are shipped way more because they can't ship
Yes.
Sally with Sonic anymore.
Yes, I've heard that before. That when you post reboot, Flynn not pushes, but like very heavily subtexts Nicole and Sally, which
Yeah, they were kind of the
I think that
tangle and
makes
whisper
sense.
of their time.
yeah, like fair enough. I think that kind of makes sense. You know,
Yeah, we'll
out
see
of
once we get
every
to,
character.
I guess, Spark of Life. That's gonna be a while from now, but
Sure.
it is a good arc, and it really develops both of them and is good. So yeah. Anyway, Sally and Antoine, this should not be a thing, and both of them would agree it shouldn't be a thing because
so this
Antoine's
is one. Yeah.
across both Sad AM and the comics, Antoine's interest in Sally was only ever superficial, and
Right.
Sally maybe at one point in Sad AM reciprocated a tiny bit, but otherwise never. It was only ever
Right.
something that her fucking dad would push for, and that's bad. And Antoine would agree that's bad. So
Yeah. Yeah,
I
once
don't think
we
it's much
got
to say.
Antoine's growth as a character in Archie, I think a big part of his growth in these comics have been
letting go, of
letting
Sally.
go of his obsession with being with Sally. And
Yeah, and there wasn't even that much of that in the comics comparatively.
no, the comics kind of glossed over that a bit, especially compared
Yeah.
to Sad AM. Which
All
is
right.
fine. I'm not saying they shouldn't have.
Yeah, so Mina, I only included here because Mina was willing to take a fucking bullet in the back for Sally, and
That's true.
because Sally, they have those panels of Sally being jealous while listening to Mina's music, but they don't specify that it's for Sonic, so it's like, there could be something there. There's not, obviously, but
No, this is an odd one. I guess I
Another
don't
one,
know.
I think.
it's the same
Yeah.
deal. I guess I could have included Amy on here because it's the same deal where both of us get rejected by Sonic, so we instead end up with each other.
I don't like Amy either for this, to be honest.
Well, Amy and Archie has a bunch of weird stuff going on anyway, so I don't want to get
Yeah.
into that, but
Oh,
we're gonna have to get into weird stuff anyway because fucking Jeffrey.
No.
it's him.
I hate this on all
boy.
levels. I don't know why
Grab
Pendle's
that
kept
brown
pushing it. I don't know why he still pushes it to this day, saying, "Oh, I wanted to tell the story where Sally lost her virginity to Jeffrey."
Grab
What
me
the
one.
fuck is wrong with you? Shut up. Go away.
Yeah, I hate that he keeps trying to push it.
I mean, I feel like, to be fair, I'm pretty sure they're just saying that. Like, I don't think that was a serious plan. Like, they're just saying it to get attention. I don't think they would have.
I doubt there was ever a prototype script for anything like that.
I doubt there was any serious planning behind it, but I wouldn't be surprised if.
Maybe he
something
planned
they
it. I
tried.
would not be surprised if he completely made that up because he was trying to provoke people.
Sure.
So, yeah, fuck you, Jeffrey. Actually, not
Jeffrey's
even
bad.
fuck Jeffrey. Fuck you, Ken. And Jeffrey, when you're with Hershey, you're fine.
I
so,
mean, yeah.
Appreciate Hershey, I
sure.
guess. Even though, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, we haven't seen much of Jeffrey in a while. We saw some of him recently working alongside Rouge, and that's about it.
He was perfectly fine in that story. I don't
was
even know what he
fine in
did, if
that.
I'm honest, but anyway.
At this point, he's just boring now.
All right, Griff. I don't really
I don't
remember
remember
him
him.
other than Sonic got jealous over him and he's fucking ugly.
What is he, a camel?
I think
I
he's
don't even know. It's some kind of goat.
I think he's
Camel.
supposed Gamble.
Or is it a coat?
Well, it's like how
I'm
Sally's
gonna
like a
turn him into a
weird
coat.
chipmunk squirrel.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Why is Monkey Khan here? I don't remember this.
All right, so Khan kidnaps
Oh my
Sally
god! Wait.
in his first appearance because he's hot for
Right.
her or whatever.
I just remembered something Khan was saying last time, like last week, I think.
And the rest of that we'll
Yeah.
leave for next time.
Fucking Christ.
All right,
Oh,
moving
yeah.
on. Antoine. Okay.
Oh my god.
This is a sexual predator. This should not be allowed near Antoine.
Yeah.
Sally we already covered.
Yeah.
Tatiana is his ex.
Who's
from-
Tatiana?
So this is a weird one because Antoine, after the time skip where Sonic was in space, you know, Sonic gets back, Antoine's back, and it's like, oh, what's up with that weird scar on his face? And then Antoine has a completely different, serious personality.
Yeah.
During that whole period, Antoine was supposed to still be Antoine, and they had this whole story about how, oh, he's broken up with Bunny, and he reminisces about this ex that he had, and all that, and that's where Tatiana exists. I don't remember anything else about her than that. But then, the one good thing that Ken did, kind of seemingly by accident in certain ways, was say, actually, that's not Antoine, it's Patch. Which means that the story with Tatiana no longer makes any sense, because what? How do you can't have... I mean... You can't have a flashback.
Tatiana is obviously from Moebius.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but that version of Antoine and Bunny were never together, so...
It's also true. Well, as far as we know, at least.
It's bullshit is what it is.
You never know.
I don't think they were ever together, because I think Buns hated Scourge.
She got kicked out of the suppression squad.
Yeah.
For having a disability, basically.
Yeah, for having...
Yeah.
Anyway, Antoine and Bunny are the best couple in the comics.
Yeah.
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 There's basically they're the best couple in the series to some extent. It's like for being at least for being an official couple, I guess, as far as that goes.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
You know, there are some ships you could say have better chemistry, but these two are they're stable, they care about each other, they care about each other's problems, you know, especially late in the comics when the discussion of Bunny cybernetics comes up for reasons I'm not going to spoil. Antoine is a major, like, grounding pillar for her that is really good.
Good.
Nice.
So I love them.
Good husband material.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking married. It's like that happens to happen for any other characters in the series.
It's another official ship or official relationship.
Like I don't think any other characters in the series actually had a wedding. I don't think that's ever happened for anybody else.
Not that I know of, but I'm not all knowing.
Yeah. And similarly for Bunny, Antoine is the only one for her.
Oh no!
We're not.
He had to be there.
There's nothing to say about why this shouldn't happen.
No, I knew he had to be there, but I still hate that he is.
Why does he haunt me?
Yeah, fuck you,
He's haunted you for the last 15 years.
Fuck you, Ken, for writing that.
Fuck you, Ken.
And Sonic was literally just that she was so fucking traumatized that she's like, I must be with him because that's why that happened. No, that's gross. Stop it. Leave me alone. All right, moving on. Oh no, all of this is still bad.
Oh, this is all so bad. He's still here.
You can't escape him.
All right. I do have something to say, which is that in the Scourge lockdown arc, when they're in prison together, Fiona is a motivating force for Scourge to get up off his ass.
All right, Scourge also became a bum.
He's already a bum.
Scourge has always been a bum.
Even when he conquers his planet, he's still a bum. He can't conquer Mobius.
Listen, Scourge and Fiona in that arc are kind of alright together. That's the most I will say.
Okay.
Let's leave this behind.
Very toxic.
Sonya, oh god. It's not getting better. I guess this is why I say Knuckles is the best option for her in that show, because otherwise you have Bartleby, who I never understood their arranged marriage between her and this man who is clearly an adult.
No, I don't get that one.
What the fuck is he supposed to be?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know, a bandicoot maybe? But much worse than all of that is Dingo's recurring crush on her. You are
about that one.
A big buff man. Stop it. You're gross.
Also, Dingo has a better ship.
Yes, Sleet X Dingo is obviously the OTP for them.
What the fuck is Dingo supposed to be?
The Dingo.
I don't understand any of the animals.
Sleet and Dingo are both dingoes, is the weird thing.
Yeah, they're both dingoes.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay,
all right.
To be fair, Dingo has probably like been experimented on or something.
Oh, absolutely.
Where he's like,
he's some kind of super
Rottweiler Dingo hybrid.
All right, let's move on. Whisper. We've kind of covered these already. But
only
fuck
one here
Mimic,
that's
he's an
true.
asshole, and also I'm realizing he's
Yeah.
like way older than her, so that makes it weird if he were to
Yeah.
ship them. But you know, obviously he is a murderer, so
Yeah.
no. And yeah, Wispangle is the only thing here. Lanolin, they're both stoic
Lanolin's one I
women,
haven't-
but
Yes?
that's all you really get. And it's not my thing.
Yeah, that's another one I haven't heard before.
So yeah,
'cause I thought they
Wispangle.
did not
forever.
get along in the comics.
Well, just because they don't get along, I mean, they won't. The people don't want
That's-
them to,
you know, that's fair, yeah.
do the dirty.
Yeah, I know.
There's no appeal in the enemies to lovers or the
Yeah.
bitter coworkers to lovers here. It's all Whisper.
Their coworkers.
Yeah.
Because Tangle is this fun, exuberant person,
Yeah.
and she also is someone who helps Whisper sort of get, you know, put herself out there more, because Whisper is so reclusive and
Come on,
shy because
Rochelle,
she's
yeah.
got serious trauma, and
Yeah,
Whisper
this is another example
a
of
shoulder for
the
their
quiet
Luna.
girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is another example of the quiet girl and the energetic girl.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it would be
One of the
Blades
most
and
common ship
Aiden
archetypes.
if those two ever got like more screen
This actually literally is Blaze Amy, but like on purpose.
better. Yeah.
on purpose, exactly.
And I really wish that they would just shut up and make this official already. They literally have that panel of them holding hands with
yeah.
the lesbian flag colors in the background.
Yeah, supposedly Sega's the issue there.
Sega
Well, of
is
course
always
they
the
are,
issue.
but-
That's
Yeah.
funny. I've not read anything with these characters in it. I thought this was official because people
No,
treat
it's
it so
not.
much
It
as
is
official.
all.
It
It
is-
is all but official.
Yeah, it is. Every single person on the creative team says, like, this is what we're going for. But Sega's rule
We
is
just
that
can't
you
outright
can't.
say it.
Sega's rule is that you cannot make or break any relationships with characters that weren't in one already, basically.
Right.
So, yeah.
What?
Which,
That's
yeah,
the rule?
interesting.
I thought
Yes,
it had something
very-
to do with like game canon characters only, which is why I was confused about this because these are comic original characters.
Well,
But they're also technically
it is
game
main canon,
as well.
but
yeah.
yeah, no, I don't know. I think
Yeah,
that
it's a
that
shame
rule
they
was
can't be
developing
official.
even as far back as post reboot Archie, but yeah,
To my understanding, it was.
It was, yes.
yeah,
It
because
was,
that was
to prevent Archie's weird shipping thing that they were
Exactly.
doing.
yeah, and Antoine and
Which
Buddy
is
were
where
permitted
that-
because in the reboot they were introduced as already being married,
right.
Okay.
which I
so
think
it's
is
an
brilliant because it
outdated
also means
rule.
that they managed to stay together across time and space, fucking collapsing. But
Which is kind of
That's
heartwarming.
adorable. I'm just like,
Heart.
and finally we have my miscellaneous ships page.
What we got here? Oh, I see Gerald and Black Doom. Hell yeah.
oh, it's Shadow's mom and dad. I
Yeah.
like Shara and Razor Jin being here.
Unfortunately,
Why is the conductor shipped with the express?
With
The
what?
train is in love with the
funny.
conductor. Didn't you play the game?
Oh, that's right, it is. That's right, it is. No, but the train is in love with him.
Okay, are we
I
gonna go
remember
through
that
these
now.
one at a time? or
All
are
right,
we
all right,
just
one at a
gonna-
time,
Yes.
one at a time.
Whatever.
Fang and Trip is an enemies to lovers thing, and it's lame. I don't like it. Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Fang is
I
just some
haven't played it.
dickhead, and Trip is just the person he and Eggman were abusing. So, no thanks.
Yeah, I haven't played Superstars, but yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I still like Fang, and Fang's an asshole.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, we'll go down instead of across. So yes, Gerald and Black Doom is very funny.
Fucking love it. That's the
Because
true
obviously
OTP.
their relationship was purely transactional, but they are both Shadow's dads.
Yeah, this is hilarious, objectively hilarious. However, like the only way you could make this work is you'd have to alter Black Doom's character, and that feels wrong.
No, you just call
Well-
Gerald Shadow's mom.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that Black Arms reproduce asexually, so I don't.
I assume
yeah.
so.
Yeah,
I don't know
just.
if romantic attraction could exist there.
Or they're like slugs.
Yeah.
Well, they're mixing a whole bunch of imagery because they're like slugs, but they're also like plants because they have the fruits and they have the roots. And Black Doom is a tree in Devil Doom form. And I've
true,
noted
yeah.
how he also looks like the Final Mover Metarex thing from Sonic X for some reason. There was some kind of weird connection going on there. Same deal with Cosmo looking like a fused version of Void and Lumina. So
I
I don't know, something weird is going on. Shara and Razor Jin is one of the worst ships to be official because he's just a completely heartless monster, but apparently she loves him anyway.
Yeah, they shouldn't have had this if they weren't willing to
Poor
make it
Shara.
make any sense.
Poor Shantae.
That's the again, she's like, I can fix him, but it's like, no, girl.
No one can fix him.
There's no fixing that. Not
Fixing
even
him is
you
killing
can
him.
Fix him, like, yeah.
Fixing a Razor Jin is killing
Well,
him.
and it's like if they had
effectively what
made
happened.
Eraser more human, I would support that because he's pretty boring as a
Sure.
villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
I don't know.
Fucking a Mirage Express in the doctor.
Yeah, no, this is just for fun because it's funny. But yes, the train is
really fun.
in love and obsessed
I
with him
remember
in that
yeah,
game.
It is. Which is
And
fucking
obviously
hilarious.
that's weird and messed up. And then Sonic obviously destroys the train. But yeah, no, it's just fun. All right, Sleet and Dingo. This is a hilarious idea.
Peak.
Yes, this is amazing.
They look like a gay couple you'd find at Pride.
I'm pretty sure I've seen
They
that
look
gay
like
couple
a
at
gay
Pride.
couple you'd find at like a bar. They wouldn't
That's
go
the
to
gay
Pride
couple that
because
sees you across the bar and likes your vibe.
That's
Okay.
the gay couple you'd find in Portland.
Yes.
Yeah.
they're both because they wouldn't go to Pride. Are you kidding me? They'd be like they're like catty like. They should be like old men like Statler and Waldorf, like taking the shitting on other people, taking the piss out
Yeah,
of
that's
things.
fair.
Yes, that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Oh, this is
all right. Rotor and Kobar. I covered up Old Man Kobar with some fan art by. I will flash their name on screen. I don't remember who drew it. But there's nothing here. It's literally like.
No, I'm convinced Penders was lying.
I don't think he was lying. I think there was a couple lines that fly close enough to say maybe, but
Maybe.
there's nothing
Fucking
to
maybe.
this.
I think they
It's
just
like they're
wanted
both
gay
random.
couple
They're just science
Well, no,
men.
what it is Penders wanted to call Flynn homophobic for killing, I think Kobar, right?
No, I don't think he made it up for solely that purpose. I don't think that's true.
No, but that's what the theory people have come up with. I don't think it's legit. I think Penders, it's a case of people have accused J.K. Rowling of. She wrote a straight white story in the 90s and now wants to retroactively make it more inclusive. I think it's a case of Pendies wants to make his story retroactively inclusive.
You can say
I
that's
think. Sorry.
no good.
I think you're onto something there. I don't think it's completely made up
Maybe not.
retroactively. My theory
they were working
is that Ken wrote a few lines here and there, planted some seeds, and didn't necessarily plan to do anything with them.
Sure.
Like hadn't made any actual decisions. And then later acted like, oh yeah, this was a total thing. I was definitely going to do 100%.
Yeah, maybe
Yes,
it was a case of he was planting seeds that he might grow later on if he'd stuck around.
I do think that had there been, that's what it is that I think he probably did intend that, but then he would never have done anything with it except for when it needed to become a problem for him to dunk on others with.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it was literally he's lying. It's that's more of it.
Yeah. Anyway, Tikal and Chaos, this
What?
is...
I've heard this one before.
It's literally just that they're standing next to each other ship. They're literally just both involved
yeah.
in the same thing. They don't have a relationship.
Their relationship is that Tikal can call him Chaos.
Well, no, she can't. She had to seal him in the emerald for specifically the reason she
Technically,
couldn't.
Chaos.
Sonic called Chaos.
Named Princess.
Chaos is Tikal's pinball. That's good. I like that. Okay, but it's like they have a vague relationship.
I guess. I don't know. There's nothing.
It's not enough of one to like. It is still a case of they are standing next to each other.
Speaking of which, Ebony and Pajamas, did they live together? Were they already roommates?
Were they?
I know they went to
Can't remember.
protest together and they're always seen together.
Yeah, they're always seen together. I honestly did think the idea you were supposed to think that they were a couple.
Yeah, they could make it work. I mean, I
I don't see why
Yeah.
not. I think side characters make the most sense a lot of the time.
I mean, there's so many side character ships that I could have included here, because I mean, think about how many characters have parents in the fucking comics. That's just there's too much, and it's like you have to have some kind of dynamic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think side characters you can project a lot easier on than main characters, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, let's try to blast through some of these. Topaz and Mr. Tanaka is something that X hinted at one point. Lame, Rouge is way better for her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't care much for Mr. Tanaka in general. I like the gag in the comics where he's so utterly devoted to Chris that he's doing insane like fucking things for him, but that's it. All right, Tangle and Blaze. Tangle is actually first introduced kind of fangirling out about Blaze.
That's right, she is. I forgot about that.
And so I think it's like the fact that we compared it to Blaze Amy makes me realize it's kind of the same dynamic again. The only difference is that there's no need to involve Sonic.
Yeah.
So again, they could make it work, but Whisper is better for her.
Whisper is better for her, and Blaze is too busy.
All right, Avatar and Infinite. There are multiple scenes in Forces where Infinite is staring you down or like whispering in your ear because he's trying to be scary, but you could definitely interpret that a different way.
Oh, absolutely.
I also like the idea of having to calm Infinite's rage, and Again, I like the idea of, you, the player, were gay all along. I like the idea of, like, you don't get to decide whether your character is shipped with this one. Because most games don't do that, where if you design your own character, then the game...
choose a relationship, usually.
Yeah, you either choose your own relationship or there's none at all. So the idea of a game forcing you into that is funny.
It's like, you get to create your character, and the game's like, no, you'll fuck the jackal twink.
No.
He's a jackal, right?
Yes, he is a jackal.
The jackal squad.
I gotta pull Ember away from that.
All right, we got some polycules up here. Scratch Grounder and Coconuts.
It's a good one.
This is not...
Fucking hilarious one. Especially because I hate all three of them.
Here's the thing. They would not have, like, a romance, but they would be married just as part of a Robotnik scheme.
Yes, absolutely.
Blue, I 100% could see that.
Now, which one of them wears a dress and which one wears a suit during the wedding ceremony? Because at least one of them would wear a dress.
Scratch would definitely wear a suit. Grounder would definitely wear a dress and, like, not even consider it. And Coconuts could go either way, but he would tell Grounder that he's not. They would both, like, yell at Grounder for wearing a dress. They would be wearing suits and he'd be wearing the dress, I think.
Probably. That's what I was
thinking. That sounds right. Yeah.
And he would be like, "What? What's wrong? I don't think it's a problem."
Grounder. Icon.
Yeah.
I still hate him.
This is basically canon since I don't know where those ghost babies came from.
Oh, that's what you think. Oh, okay.
Well,
interesting. Okay.
Something had to happen. Unless a bunch of babies died, I guess.
Yeah, I thought they were just dead children.
Ugh. Okay, this is going a weird direction.
The first Sonic movie where Sonic causes the blackout and like all those hospitals lose.
Oh no!
Yeah, someone the Tumblr post that did the calculations of how many babies died.
Okay, that's terrifying.
It's awful. It's fucking terrible.
All right, moving on. Avatar and Barry. I like this, and this is something that they have panels together in IDW. Obviously, they're not portrayed as romantic, but I like the idea of them hanging out because they're both player stand-ins.
I like them at least hanging out, but I think it would be funny if they're also together.
Yeah. They're both nondescript red people, so.
It's true, they are.
All right, Regina Ferrum, the Iron Queen, and Snively Robotnik. We're just seeing sort of the start of this right now.
Yeah, we just saw this one.
I like that
type
you
out
used
Snively's name.
Well, this was from my tier list, which I do that because that's there. I put it because the wiki doesn't call them Snively, like not even in quotes, and I was infuriated, so I put Snively on top of it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I kind of like what they're doing because they're portraying them as like sort of disgustingly cutesy.
It's like it is gross, like how cutesy they are.
And the fact that they're both villains is like, you know, with the heroes, it's like, you know that a ship isn't gonna last because they have to do romantic drama. With the villains, you know the ship isn't gonna last because they're evil and they suck, and you're excited to see how it comes crumbling down.
Well, and also, Regina's married.
Yes, to the Iron King. We're gonna see what's going on with that. It's gonna be a whole thing.
We don't really know what that really is.
I never talked about this because I didn't really care about the characters that much. But during the introduction, I thought it was weird. I was like, wait, so that guy's the king and that guy's the queen? I was like, what's going on there? That's just... It seemed like it was a relationship by necessity, basically. And they're only building on that thought, I think. The snivelly Iron Queen dynamic is great because it seems like the way it comes off is neither of them have really had a relationship before, and so they're both just going over the top because like this is what we're supposed to do. And it will fall apart.
I mean,
and of course Iron Dominion is a powder keg waiting to explode, so
sure.
Yeah. All right, Night and Dawn. I actually haven't seen much of these characters because they're mostly relevant in Phantom Riders, but they are official. They are. I don't think. Are they married or are they just boyfriends?
I don't remember. I just know canonically they are gay and they are together.
Okay then. Yeah. Well, okay, that shows.
These guys are the ones you see at Pride. These guys are like a smoker's lounge. These guys would go to the Pride.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair.
No, Night and Dawn will make sure everybody's doing okay at Pride, make sure everybody's hydrated, got plenty of snacks. Dingo are just like, we're gonna smoke cigarettes and blow the smoke right into like a baby's face.
Nice.
Make Pride unsafe for kids.
Christ almighty.
All right, that's awesome. So yeah, I like these guys for what I have seen of them, but I'll have to see more. Sure. I think it's kind of an open and shut case in this case. So maybe that's why I didn't include so many of those other couples on here, is because they didn't get together. Is because they already were. But,
I've only read up to issue 20, so.
Yeah.
That's only like the beginning of Zombots.
Mephiles and Infinite. One. This is like the inverse version of like the Salami ship. It's literally just we both hate Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I hate Shadow. I hate Shadow too, and it's like that meme image of the two people like sloppy making out.
Sloppy making out one. Yeah.
I don't actually have anything for this. I just think it's funny.
Yeah, it's just funny. Yeah. It's worth it.
All right, Nicole and Shard. This is very briefly hinted at because Shard doesn't have a lot of pages, but I don't know. He seems like he could be okay for her, but it's like I'm so subsumed by Salicole that it's like I don't really have room for anybody else in Nicole's life.
Yeah.
I don't know, because at a certain point, Shard feels like another Sonic because he's a Metal Sonic, but yeah. We'll get to it. We'll see. I don't know. All right, Jet and Wave. This I don't like them. They don't really have.
But they don't have much. Going for each other.
I think the way to play this would be you make them into Jesse and James.
Yeah, basically. And people already joke about them being a couple, even though that's never been confirmed either.
Well, Jesse and James are in the manga, right?
Okay, in Electric Tail Pikachu, yes, but that's not canon.
That's not canon, but it can inform canon. I don't know.
Sure, yeah, that's a different anime continuity, and they do end up together at the end of that manga. So you can use that information to say whether or not.
Yeah. As it is in main canon,
I agree with that.
Jet and Wave are both shallow bitches, so it's like...
Yeah.
In that case, they're perfect for each other.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
again, this is one I can understand if someone ships it.
Yeah. Just because I wanted some kind of Sonic Boom ship on here, Defect from Fire and Ice ends up in the Sonic Boom cartoon at one point, and he ends up getting shipped with one of the rejected Cubot prototypes that is called Cutebot, which I guess makes her a canonically trans Sonic character.
That's true, yeah.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Which means that Bobby's self-insert in the IDW Chow arc is not the first.
Damn.
I guess it's not a self-insert, it's an Evan insert. Whatever. Sorry, shame about that one. Anyway, that's just funny. Lara Leigh and both of her men, obviously Windmacher is the better one here because Locke fucking sucks.
Yeah, Locke sucks, but we just see enough of Windmacher to know he's a decent guy.
Yeah.
Not much beyond that.
Yeah. It's funny because like I'm like, oh, this is so obvious. Yes, Lara Leigh and Windmacher forever. Even though like actually when I think about it, I'm like actually I don't know much about that. But like,
What does Windmacher have?
be way
It's
better.
literally he just exists to contrast about how he's better than Locke.
Basically,
Exactly.
he does.
Because
we've
Locke,
seen just enough of Windmacher compared to Locke that we know he's a better guy than Locke, and we know he's a decent. I almost said human, but he's a decent person.
because Locke, I never bought that they were happy together, even without the fucking Knuckles genetic conspiracy shit.
Neither did I. I never thought they were happy together.
Yeah.
It was another marriage of convenience. Locke felt that he should be with her for one reason or another.
Basically. All right, Short Fuse and Techno. This is what actually Lou Stringer had intended back in the day.
Interesting.
Which is, she helped him. I wouldn't say that they have much beyond that.
Understand it, but beyond that, I can sort of get it, but like also.
They didn't hang out much,
Not really. I mean, she helped out Shorty just because he needed it.
Yeah. That's basically it. Now, I also included...
Shorty was off doing other things too much.
Yeah, I also included Shorty and Vermin here, mostly for fun.
That one's good.
This is hilarious.
That's toxic Yaoi at its finest.
I mean, come on, they're parallels. They're enemies to lovers.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's the perfect ship.
Yeah, we can... And I mean, they're the only two cybernetics. You gotta ship them with somebody. Yeah. That's
exactly. Why not with each other?
Well, the thing is, I could see the ship working if Short Fuse never was freed from the cybernetic armor, maybe.
Yeah,
sure. Well, Shorty being freed from the armor screws everything up, honestly.
In fact, that's what it is. That's what it is that we have Shorty and Vermin in the cybernetic armor. They have this textured dynamic, they get almost a Goku and Vegeta enemies to lovers yaoi sort of thing going on. As soon as those armors come off, they're like, what the fuck was the point of it? Bye asshole. We're not dating anymore. It's like, I have to see you with flesh and blood? No.
Well, yeah, and it's like everything with Shorty's character is kind of ruined by the fact that he loses the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing, but yeah.
Well, in fairness, that's also the end of the comic right after that, but yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Don't throw that at the end, though, even. You don't ruin things at the last second.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
All right, we have two more breezy ships here. Obviously, Robotnik Jr. That's canon.
That's canon.
That is great. I love that one because it's so unexpected, but you're like, I can see it.
Cute. Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Which I'm just now realizing they're both Eggman robots, so that makes it a little odd. But I guess robots don't necessarily have to be related.
Yeah, they're constructed and they're not even alive, so don't think about it too much.
Yeah, they're made for different purposes anyway.
Exactly.
And then, of course, Breezy and Neo Metal Sonic, which is a thing in post.
I've seen some art from those issues. It's like she is down bad for Neo Metal.
Yeah.
That is
ma'am.
Hilarious.
Ma'am.
It's Flynn pulling an inverse of what happened in Adventures.
It's her grabbing the belt for me. I'm just like, what? Who drew that?
I've seen the eyes like that.
Well, because she has a love and fascination in those comics for various Eggman robots, because she's the one who takes in Scratch Grounder and Coconuts to have them work.
Oh, interesting.
She owns Casino Night in that, so she's which means that she's basically a stand-in for Mogul in post reboot. I'm realizing.
Interesting.
Which is weird.
That makes sense. Okay. Oh god, I see the next one.
All right, last couple. Dulcie and Zan. This is just abuse. Why did I even include this?
It is just abuse.
He
Well,
he
because
abuses
it's
her
in
and then he
canon,
dies.
so-
It is canon. It is canon.
It is canon. Dulcie is weird because he abuses her and then he dies, and then it's the same dynamic as Dulcie goes back to find her mom roboticized and then kills her mom.
Or Dulcie.
Or Dulcie.
I hate
Yeah,
Dulcie.
totally.
Or Dulcie.
She's just surrounded by loved ones dying, and the comics don't even think about it.
It's like, I don't like Dulcie, but God, you gotta feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
Well, you don't
yeah.
is the thing, because they don't care about her, because the
No,
fact
no,
that
that's the
she
thing, the
killed
comics
her
don't feel
mom
sorry
is
for
like
her.
not even treated as that big a deal. They're like, oh, they have spirits, but it's like they were roboticized. You have de-roboticized the Bem.
Well, Dulcie's entire existence in the comics kind of feels like a joke.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we're not going to be
that's the
seeing much
thing.
more of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then our last few is Sonic X. We have Chris and Helen. I still don't remember if they were actually together in the time skip or not.
No, I thought they were.
No, they weren't.
I don't think it's not
Sure?
explicit, but
not explicit.
like you can see it.
It feels
Look.
like it. It feels like that they wanted you to think they are, but they never outright say it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my mind, I was thinking they probably were.
I mean,
until,
that's what
until
I
Chris saw Sonic again and relapsed.
Well, they're both
Exactly.
scientists and they work on
He's like,
stuff together.
my real
so-
boyfriend. It's like,
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is that like we don't get enough of adult Chris or adult Helen to really be able to say much
Yeah.
of anything.
Yeah. Honestly, if we saw more of adult Chris, I feel like part of Chris. I cannot bitch more about Sonic X. I bitched about Sonic X enough.
Yeah.
wanna
And then
rewatch
our
it
final
again.
one, which I don't even really know if it's a ship, is Earthia and Lux.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be.
I think it
really
was-
I
thought
thought
it
they were
was.
canonically.
They never.
married.
It's another one. They never outright
No.
say it.
They're not
Yeah.
canonically anything. They are both heads of council for they seem to have a gender segregated council for some reason, but
Yeah.
They both had-
kind of like the writers wanted you to think it.
strategies and opinions on the war.
So I fell for the Sonic X
Yeah.
propaganda twice.
And then
You did, yeah.
Well, so Lux wanted to use the planet egg to build
this goal.
powerful weapons they could use. Or no, he wanted to use the planet egg so that they could go into mover mode without dying, is what it is.
Something like that. Yeah.
But then obviously that destroyed the planet, and so Earthia cut her losses and had the entire place fucking obliterated with nukes. And that, yeah, she killed all of her former allies except for Lux and 3 other guys. And then when Dark Oak died, he met fucking Earthia at the Pearly Gates or whatever.
Yeah. Again, as we were
And-
saying, it's the case of it feels like it's implied, but they never outright say it.
Yeah. And then it's
Yeah.
super weird. It's still super weird to me how they have that scene, and then they also have Dark Oak's voice talking to Sonic at the end, like in spirit or whatever. Because it's like, what? Make up your mind.
Anime.
Are you redeemed in death, or are you still? Is that Sonic
Anime.
hallucinating?
Anime.
It's anime.
It's anime.
And then learning from Lauren that in the 4Kids dub they changed that to Cosmo's voice.
Yeah.
Honestly, that makes more sense.
That does make more sense. That's also really funny.
So
wild.
that is our ships, and what have we learned
2.5
here?
hours on this shit. Shipping is funny.
Yes.
Honestly,
Yeah,
yeah,
honestly.
Hilarious things out there.
There-
Bunny and Antoine is the best ship.
Bunny and Antoine is peak.
Oh yes, I forgot the one thing we did learn.
I love that we can't hear it. Oh, I can't hear it because I'm not on the stream.
Oh, you dirty bastard!
It's fine.
The Foo Fighters, but it's just repeating the best over and over.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they are.
Bruce.
It is. They're the most consistent,
Like, that's
reliable.
Why is it a 4-minute long
Oh my
video?
God. They're the best. They're the most reliable. They're the most consistent for the most part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a
this is
few
all
others
just for
that I
fun,
like.
but
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a few others that we all
Well,
collectively.
there's quite a few others.
really
that I
oh well.
like.
So
I mean,
let's vote for our OTPs for each character. That's what it should be. So Tangle and Whisper.
Yeah.
Obvious.
I guess
None of
Sonya
them.
and Knuckles, even though it wouldn't be the
No.
inverse.
No, none of them.
No.
No, yeah, it's not none of them.
Fiona and
None of
Skirchik
them.
as
Sure.
Bunny Antoine again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sally.
I guess Nicole.
Okay, so it depends on the version of Sally, I think.
Okay, so
I
for
guess,
Sad AM it'd be Sonic. For comics, it could be Nicole.
Probably.
Yep, that's what
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Robotnik. Robotnik. Everybody seems to be on Team Stobotnik.
I think
Stobotnik or
I think it's
Grimer.
Stone. Yeah, I really like Grimer, but I think Stone has to win.
Yeah.
Stone
Well, we'll
has
see
to
how you
win
feel when we
based
get to
on
those
actual
movies, because obviously you haven't seen them.
Based
Fair
on
enough.
actual existing content, but I'd be okay with Grimer also.
All right, Silver is a bum and doesn't belong with any of these people.
None of them.
No.
No. It's his imaginary girlfriend.
Yep,
please.
yep.
Of course,
Person that
Silver
he
and his
hallucinated.
imagination.
Oh my.
Blaze.
Omega.
Yeah, Blaze and Omega.
I-
That's a good one.
I guess non-romantic with Omega. Yeah.
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 With Omega.
Cream. Just give her time to grow up, and she can choose somebody.
Just- none.
No, not Cream. Not Cream. Blaze. Blaze.
Charmy can stay with Saffron. That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
SBO.
None of them. No, Infinite.
No, Infinite, definitely.
Infinite.
Both have to be serious, none.
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Vector and Vanilla. We like Vectilla.
Actually, kind of
Rouge.
don't, but whatever.
Do we say Topaz?
Either with Knuckles or Topaz, that would be
Do we
my
say
Personally,
nothing to
Topaz,
that?
but that because the show baited me.
Yeah, I like Topaz more, but Knuckles and Rouge is
Knuckles
probably
makes
the
more
objectively
sense.
correct one.
Yeah,
I just
for
like
Rouge, from
Topaz.
Rouge's perspective.
Yeah, from
My-
Rouge's perspective, I just
My
like
heart
the
says
like the
Topaz.
dumb muscle
Um,
head and Rouge just like constantly getting flustered.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is ironic because
Blame
from
the
Shadow's
heart.
perspective, Rouge is probably the best choice.
Yeah.
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 Well, actually, I don't know. Sonic is pretty good, but
I mean, I've
Mm,
always been a fan of Sonic and Shadow together, but I think it's just like the rivalry thing, but also you can do some like funny dynamics between them because it's just like Sonic annoys the shit out of Shadow.
No, I want a polycule with him and Infinite and Mephiles.
Jesus Christ. That is diabolical.
they're just
Thank
gonna
you,
plot to
Booker.
murder their husband.
That is like nightmare blunt rotation.
All right, Amy.
Here for chaos.
I'm Amy Techno. I'm still Tech Amy.
Yeah, it's definitely
Amy Techno,
technically.
Amy
Techno.
and Sonic, like
Maybe Techno or Amy and Sonic, probably.
Knuckles, even though we said Rouge wanted Knuckles best, Knuckles and Julie Sue. I like Julie Sue.
Oh, no, Julie
Yes.
Sue.
Yes.
We already said Rouge earlier, but yeah,
Julie Sue or the Master Emerald.
Yeah.
Yeah, Master Emerald's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, and
Tails,
None of
basically, I like Cosmo well enough. I know we needed more, but they're not a bad couple.
That's my problem. There's not enough there for me to care about Tails and
I was
Cosmo.
gonna say, out of all these characters, Cosmo would be my
I guess
pick,
if I
but
had
it's
to
like,
choose
yeah,
out
we
of all
need
of them, but I already
more.
I've already been adding my own characters, so I just say none of them for Tails.
Honorable mention to
Tails
Zoe,
was
who I
best
forgot
in-
to include here, but also
Tails X Tornado.
never only
Tails
shows
X
up.
Tornado.
That's
Tails
okay.
X his machines.
Yes.
Tails builds a girlfriend. Okay.
No,
Right. I
no.
think there's an artist
Tails
Knuckles.
built another
as
Fiona.
his intended girlfriend.
God.
Another Fiona.
That makes it way creepier. All right.
Knuckles.
Sonic. It's really Sonic and Knuckles.
The polycule, except Tails.
We
Yeah,
have
no,
three
no,
different
no.
characters that are answering Knuckles.
So
You know what? No, it's his own polycule.
I'm sorry. It's like
Oh,
there's
no,
some
no,
of these
no.
here that are viable, but if there's any character I'm going to say no relationships with, it's Sonic.
No,
Yeah,
fair, honestly.
that's the thing. Is
That
that
is
I like
joke.
I like Arrow Ace Sonic.
You know, in my opinion, Sonic works best when he's Arrow Ace.
Yeah.
If I had to choose a relationship for him, it's probably Knuckles, honestly.
I like how everybody here is like, nah, Arrow Ace, and I'm like, he's pansexual. But I don't.
Sonic
just
Sonic X
actively-
everyone.
My joke.
Yeah,
my
I can
joke-
imagine him actively going after people. It's more of like he doesn't really care about the other person's like.
My joke answer is still Scourge.
God. Yeah, he doesn't really like mind other people's gender identities or whatever. He's just kind of like, if I like you, I like you.
I get.
That's the way I see it. That's just my
I can
personal-
appreciate that.
Yeah.
If I had to choose any of them, it is still Knuckles.
All right.
Honestly, or Blaze.
So that's the shipping episode, everybody.
Talk about a shit show.
I don't know. I had fun. I think that it's
I had fun. This was
silly.
really fun.
There were a few
But it's a
ships
good
there I never
discussion.
knew about. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of ships there I either knew about and hated or didn't know about and hated.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
So
hated all of it.
No. There were plenty that I like. I got Knuckles and Sonic. I also had Knuckles and Shadow.
That is one, actually.
I didn't
Early
include
choice.
Knuckles in the Shadow, I guess. Mostly because I don't feel like they interact much.
No, they
No,
don't
it's one of those where they don't interact much in media, but
it comes
it's
from-
like Shadow and Blaze, where it's like there's not much, but people like latched onto it.
What is there? Yeah.
Well, we can always
think-
do a sequel to this, but I really don't want
Oh, sweet
to.
Jesus. I don't think we need to.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. But next time on Deep Dive Zone, we're going back to comic books, where we will, in fact, see some of these ships playing out. But
Jesus.
I think that's next time. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's later. I don't know. There might be some other stuff in between. I
I
don't
just know that Monkey Khan and is rearing his ugly head once again.
Yeah.
No.
Well, sorry about that. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much to my co-hosts for being here. You guys are wonderful and hilarious. If you like this episode, please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, criticisms, suggestions, or feedback, you can reach us at any of the links in the link tree in the description. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next week for another exciting episode. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and take care.